are. Alright, and it looks like
You're live.
we are live. Perfect. Welcome to Dragons in the Dining Room. This is DMLoxy presiding, and this is Nerevis. What's up?
I just had to check a setting.
Cool. Last we left off, at the moment I am running with only Rogath and Eric, and why don't you guys both take a point of inspiration?
Oh, thank you.
I like that idea. You guys are hot trotting, ready to rock.
I feel inspired.
You should feel inspired. All the love. Hey, Ron. Hey, David. Hey, Ron. Ron, don't tell me that. We'll chat later. So when we last left off, what happened?
I don't know, Krabby.
Hey, Krabby.
Hey, Kirby.
What happened?
Yes.
We discussed the best equipment necessary to make our way through a swamp.
I hate you so much right now. Like, there really isn't words. For all of you out there watching, the reason that's so funny, or not funny, is because when we were prepping for the session earlier today, Thaco asked me, what happened? I'm like, you guys spent half an hour deciding what boots to wear in a swamp. And he chewed me out because...
I did no such
You
thing.
did too.
I did not chew you out.
You
I just
did
gave
too.
you a look.
It was more than a look.
Apparently my looks are that good.
They're not. But that's not... Sorry.
And now we know she didn't marry me for my looks.
That's not...
And that's why she's at the DM table and I'm hiding over here.
Can you feel the look that I'm giving you right now?
I think Krabby found the appropriate quote for this moment.
You know what? If after break we're down a body, that's not what happened. I'm innocent, and y'all saw me here the whole time.
Hey,
Hello,
Scarecrows.
Scarecrows.
Hey, Scarecrows.
Mom and Dad are fighting.
Oh crap! No idea, sweetie. I lose every time. I just crawl away and hide. You guys did spend some time gearing up for the swamp. You decided to head to the swamp of Eseth, which, Thaco, you have your map?
I have a map. I don't know if it's the correct map, but I have a map.
It is the correct map.
It's the map. It's the map. It's the map.
Oh, jeez. You're only getting... Can I see that so I can show the camera without giving them mass vertigo? That'd be cool. For the person who I will not mention, you're welcome because they asked me not to mention. They sent me this really long DM about how wonderful and creative my map making skills were, and then 10 minutes later I got, oh my god, please ignore that and don't tell anyone it was me. I just realized that's Europe on its side. So your secret is safe, but you need to know that made me so happy.
Little, just to add on to
Yeah,
that
go
one.
for it.
The continent of Lorimir,
I recognize it.
or not the continent, but the continent of Algus is actually 4 different continents. I think it's Africa, the United States, and Russia, all maneuvered and then placed on top of each other so that it creates this much larger landmass. And yes, Scarecrows, that is Loxy.
I am the Loxy. So our heroes are currently over here at Fort Calyx, and they are headed up to the swamp to get to the Void of the Gods. I think I did that right. I'm looking one way and pointing another, so it's
Actually,
really...
no, we're not. Type exclamation roll d20. Scarecrows. And
Oh,
we're not technically going to be going through the swamp very much. We're just taking a short jaunt to the fishing village so that we can take a barge that way.
Correct. Oh, I was going to change routes on you guys. And you didn't. Dang it.
You got a 5 on your next roll.
Awesome. I will make note of that. Thank you very much. I'm going to consider that a high 5. As in I'm doing amazing as DMing, I got a high 5. That's what that means. Find the positive in everything or else.
Oh, Rond.
Oh, sweetie. So you guys had actually made it to this fishing village. Nerevis had gotten her feathers ruffled after a priestess of Lyrical assisted you and allowed you lodgings in her home. Is this all ringing a bell for you guys?
Uh-huh.
Yep, so
Okay,
far.
perfect. And you were able to find basically canoes.
Yes, and we were hiring people to assist us to go down the river, and I think we're missing one person. And once we get that one person, we'll have a full crew. We'll have 3 canoes going down the river.
Correct. So
We have the farmer's boy in one.
Yes. And I'm gonna give Parisa a lot of crap if she can't remember his name because it's kind of hilarious. There. All right. So you guys had gotten some good rest. William was off, doing his sleeping and praying and being a cleric. Cosma and oh my god, Rogath. Rogath and Thaco, please roll me percentile, please.
I can't.
Why not?
Because I'm missing the most important tool of the game.
So
You forget the
remember
dice.
last week when I didn't have my dice at the table and you gave me tons of shit?
Yep, now it's my turn.
Yeah.
What am I rolling?
You guys are both rolling percentile if you would be so kind.
My brain was saying perception.
95.
Nice.
I got 60 even.
I'm gonna say the forbidden thing that no D&D player should ever say, but I think I have too many dice.
We're getting a divorce.
Okay. I'm panicking a little bit inside and wondering how much of that even because I have been nothing short of a saucepan these last couple days.
You have a point there, Krabby. I might not want to.
Wait, what?
Don't let Twiz know. Come steal me.
You know what? That's okay. I actually would feel better about this arrangement. Although maybe we can share Thaco like every other weekend. We'll just swap off.
Wait a minute here.
Just remember, it's not you, it's me. The dice are rolling in different directions. Oh boy. The bot's being really mean tonight. I say we all cast Fireball on it and let it burn. I agree. Hey, Jaded, how are ya?
Hey, Jaden.
All right. You get some Christmas one year. For those of you just coming in, we are attempting to play Nerevis and also deciding who has more custody of DM Thaco, me, or Twiz. So, I love that he's not in chat to debate any of this, so I can make the decisions and he just has to roll with it.
Right.
Alright, so the next morning rolls around. Parisa and William are off doing something rather, and you find that the priestess of Lyrical and Nerevis are cooking breakfast together, but it's a little bit of a competition. So you see the priestess, yes?
Wasn't Nerevis going to stay in bird form as to not cause confusion?
She is.
How is she cooking dinner as a bird then?
I was about to describe it.
You have my ears.
Well, now I don't wanna, because I was on a roll and I was feeling the vibe, and you threw off my groove.
I'm sorry, but I was confused because, anatomy.
All I can
You
imagine is
threw
just a
off
couple
the DM's
worms.
groove.
Don't throw off the groove!
But the priestess is, cracking eggs and putting them in the pan, and as soon as she turns her back, Nerevis is flying down from the rafters and will grab a spoon or cooking utensil and move it just a little bit. And so far, she's been doing...
Hey, I'm a mama again.
Wait.
Ow!
I wish I had words for how I feel right now, but there aren't any appropriate ones. And so far, thanks to the 5, the priestess has not noticed that it's Nerevis, and you watch this poor priestess becoming more and more confused and frustrated as she goes to grab things as she's in the middle of cooking and finds everything moved by 3 or 4 inches. Yeah. Where is it?
Third shelf.
Oh, I see it.
Hello.
Greetings. Cool.
Hey.
We're doing a recap of yesterday, and currently Nerevis is messing with the priestess of Lyric Hill.
Hey.
Now you can actually look at him when you're not distracted.
GM bribe.
Oh.
Don't kill us.
DM's getting banged. It's a great night now.
Welcome to my house.
Apparently I banged your wife.
It happened right in front of me, too.
Yeah, apparently.
Live on the internet.
It was metaphorical.
Chat, I help. If anyone wants to rescue DM, now is your chance.
Ain't gonna happen.
Not safe.
Oh, jeez. Right, Ron? You know you're welcome.
So why did we roll percentile?
You'll find out.
Okay.
I'm doing one of those DM prerogative things where you have to roll and you don't know why you rolled, but you find out later that it was important.
I was just hoping I didn't make a mistake and miss something.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Well, I mean, no, you didn't.
I mean, may have, but you know.
I'm not going to tell you. You did.
Okay, need me to roll percentile as
So,
well?
I do not.
Okay.
I literally had to
who got
make
the
2
leaky
rolls.
boat.
Sorry. What was that,
Party.
Rogan?
You were determining who got the leaky boat.
No, there was some. Oh, well, not anymore. There was some stuff later on. I realized I had 2 rolls and I only had 2 players at the table. So I'm like, hey, this works out. They can help me work. That's what that was. So, Rogath and Eric, you both notice that this is happening, and you're watching this poor priestess get flustered, and Nerevis is seemingly having a heyday, just kind of darting between the folds of her robes and continually moving things.
At this point in time, Rogath is doing his utmost not to burst out guffawing.
As soon as Nerevis notices that you 2 gentlemen are awake, she retreats to the rafters and sits there as if she was innocent the entire time. And you hear the priestess mutter something about getting old at 23 or some such.
I slap her.
You what? She's
Bird
up in the
slapping.
rafters. You can't touch her.
Bird
The
slapping.
priestess saying, I'm
Oh.
getting old at 23.
Oh, do you really?
No.
Oh.
Bird slapping, the new sport.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you guys wake up. Do you want to do anything? William and Parisa, while you were gone, I had the 2 of you go finish finding suitable crew for the
Excellent.
canoes.
Excellent. And did we find suitable crew?
We'll get there.
The answer is maybe.
Definitely maybe. That is the best quote, Krabby.
I thought it was the one that you put in there before that.
So, Rogath and Eric, are you going to do anything now that you're awake?
Eat.
Okay. Are you going to say anything to this poor lady, or...
Nope.
Not my monkey, not my circus.
Nerevis will fly down and sit on your shoulder, Eric, and she's just acting as innocent as could be. She's, she
I want to
is,
roll
of
an
course.
insight on my bird.
Okay.
That would be a 16.
Oh, you know. Like, you watched her do it.
Yeah. I just... tap, tap, tap.
She just kind of, tilts her head like, what? I didn't do anything.
All I'm going to do is just double check the equipment and then sit down for breakfast.
Perfect. You guys, just for sake of everyone's peace of mind and sanity, mainly mine, you have all your swamp trekking gear, should you need it. You have procured 3 canoes and 3 porters. So you have 1 for each canoe that can assist in carrying it, steering. They figured you guys can handle supplying the power. They plan on being in the back of the canoes and steering, as none of you are skilled with boatcraft, unless I am mistaken.
You are not mistaken.
Really, Thaco? You rolled a 3 and you're going to triple check. If you roll a 2, do you want to double check?
Right. You're catching on.
I caught on a long time ago.
And just say,
Yay!
Where do I need to sit?
And then
hello.
I need, once Parisa is settled, sorry to throw you under the bus as soon as you get here.
Over there.
Okay.
You're looking especially flowery today.
Thank you. I wore shorts this time though, so my thighs should stick.
It's not quite as
That
neat
needs
as
to
it
be a
either.
quote.
That's true.
I need, oh gosh, William and Parisa to roll me a perception.
Yeah.
You are as perceptive.
11.
Ouch. Well, that's not too bad actually, but
Let's see here. 11 or a passive of 21 if you'll let me use passive.
okay. Just for shiggles, what is your passive, William?
Let's see here. Passive is 16.
Okay. Parisa, you hear a few floating words through the air as you guys have gotten done talking to the porters and getting the canoes set. You hear, "No, really, Mama, I saw it. It was a hole in the ground, and the ground moved up, and then it closed down." And you hear this child being scolded for having a big imagination and not...
I'm so glad what's her name isn't here right now.
Morwin.
Because she's talking about no birthing again. Hey, Radio Man.
I am going to go see if I can. Well, do I see the child?
You just hear it, but
Okay.
you're walking by rows of huts and some dockings along the edge of the lake.
I will see if I can pinpoint said child.
You have a pretty strong idea of which 2 huts this conversation is going on in between.
I am going to attempt to find this child.
Okay. William, you and Parisa are walking, and then all of a sudden you watch Parisa kind of tilt her head and take a sharp left.
I will follow.
I will explain to him what I'm hearing after I turn.
Okay.
Like, I'll start to beeline and be like, oh, wait.
I have company.
Whoops.
That's right, I have you. Yay, let's do this. And now you both hear this child being scolded. You did not. The last time you got in trouble for making up imaginary, but I really saw it. I don't want to eat any more soap. It's icky. and then you hear some movement and as the hut opens. Yes, may I help you? Hold on.
This is going to be fun. I hope it's both of them. That was what
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Got it!
Oh no. As this lady looks at you, yes? Oh, may I help you? And you see this little child peeking out from behind her skirts. And you hear from the back of the hut, you are the most lovely thing I've ever seen, in this deep baritone voice.
Oh no.
As you realize this lady's husband
Oh
has failed his save.
Oh dear God, I would like to.
no.
The look on Luke's face is switching quickly.
As I am as politely and discreetly as I bluntly can. Yeah, I actually said that.
Those are two different things, sweetie.
Yes, I'm well aware.
Okay, just checking.
Step in front of you to interpose myself between you and the
I
enamored,
am not going to fight at all.
amorous husband.
Oh God.
Why, yes, I am.
And as I do so, I'm just going to quietly whisper, you can't help it, can you? And then I will quickly begin saying something to the effect of, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt or be rude, but we heard some very distinctive, what was it exactly? Something along the lines of the child saw something and you are, or heard something, or there's some disbelief going on here? What's...
Tammin is always making up stories, and now he's saying that he saw the ground open up like a door and that strange people were going in and out.
If possible, I would really appreciate it if we could speak with the child.
You can see him peeking out from behind her skirts, and then you see the husband's face as he tries to push his face past his wife to try and look past you at Parisa.
I am a high. Can I roll stealth?
Go for it. Try and hide behind William.
Not too bad.
Hold on. That's an 18.
I'm 6 foot 220 pounds. You know, not.
Parisa is...
I'm 5'4". I should. And
Oh, you-
130 pounds. I should be able to hide behind.
Good job,
That's
Rachel.
just fine.
She's...
It's like Taya hiding behind Patrick.
I was gonna say it was like Joe hiding behind Ness.
All that.
Or
That too? That too?
like it's the same.
Joe hiding behind Ness. Taya hiding behind literally any of our friends.
Me hiding behind a bus.
Oh.
Just to be fair, it's the short bus.
Ooh,
Yikes.
that's a kick in the short
Wow.
curlies.
I think he was actually trying to make that a compliment. I think the short buses are... Well, I'm aware of that, but that's not... You guys already missed the divorce jokes. You already missed, like, Joe running away with Twiz and deciding who gets him on weekends. Like, you all missed all that already.
They swap Christmases.
Yeah, we swapped Christmases. So if anyone else is claiming partial custody...
Man, this stream started off strong.
Oof.
little bit.
Yep, I'm going to be drinking
Well,
heavily.
Ron just claimed dibs on Loxy.
Ron, I hate to tell you, you're gonna have to get in line because I've heard that from a number of people. If Thaco ever does run off on me, I'm gonna need to
What
carry
goodness.
sticks around. Yes. Okay, we'll come back to that. Parisa is effectively hiding behind you, William.
Okay.
And this woman, you watch as she just kind of smiles sweetly and her hand slips down covers the child's face, and she smacks her other hand over her shoulder into her husband's nose.
Yeah. Ouch.
Oh! Has a 19 on the die. And hits him just right, and his nose starts bleeding, and he regains his senses. Aww. That's cute, Ron.
I'm going to act like that was
I'll still have a
perfectly
stick.
natural, seen it a million times kind of thing. And
Now, people should keep in mind this is a weird experience for Parisa too. Because I'm not used to being around humans that aren't used to being around Loxlies.
And immediately become enamored with you.
Right.
Like, you're aware you have that effect.
But it's weird.
But it's becoming a little like, oh my gosh, forever? Really? Ugh.
Right.
Like, it's nice, but...
not really.
And the little boy, Tammin, starts talking while his mom is distracted. No, really, I saw it. The ground was like this, and then it went like this, and there were these two guys, and they were wearing these really, really fluttery robes, and they had keys on them that were like an X, and then they went back in, and it wasn't very far from here, and they were talking about how to go underwater, but they couldn't, and it was crazy.
What color, at this point I'm kneeling down so I can be at the child's level. Yeah, just, you'll have to deal with it.
And at that point he gets this odd look on his face, and he goes, and you lean forward and he whispers to you, tell your lady friend she needs to work harder at hide and seek. I know where she is.
I'm guessing, when I hear this, okay.
And you can tell, like, he's being serious and he's trying to save her feelings.
I'll lean in close and put the hand up, do the whole thing, and I'll tell her she's not very good at it. Maybe you can give her pointers sometime.
And he's just very somber, like,
Could you?
I once hid for 2 days and I got in a lot of trouble.
Uh-huh.
As every parent is like, we've had those moments.
So do you think you could show us
I'll know what you're
where
talking about.
where that ground opened up again? Do you think you could show us where that is?
Absolutely. And at this point, the mom turns back around. I'm sorry, but I really don't feel you should be playing into my son's fantasies. Or is there...
Madam, I am not attempting to play into your son's fantasies. I do not, in fact, think that this is a fantasy. There has been quite a number of strange occurrences recently, and we are investigating them. I come from Fort Calyx, and I am charged with investigating this.
From Fort Calyx, and what was your name?
Cuthbert.
Oh, and you watched the instant recognition. Oh, yes, I've been to your home estate. Is your mother doing better? We heard word that she was ill. Does she need any more herbs? Or we sent a shipment, and
that is very, very kind of you. She is well. Thank you very much. But we really need information, and so I would really like to have your son show us where this location is that the earth opened up.
If you feel it is safe for him to show you, then absolutely. And he's maybe 9, 10.
We will make sure he is as safe with us as we possibly can make him.
Alright, I'll go get my boots. And he's already got one boot on, and he's like hopping. You didn't even see him like move back behind her to grab his boots. He's
just
just
good at hide and seek. He'll teach you.
He's a quick little bugger. Eric and Rogat. It's been almost an hour now, and William and Parisa are nowhere to be found in the house where you slept and had breakfast.
Okay. I'm just going to wander around town, see what this place is like, get a feel for the land, because I would much rather be around the common folk that I recognize from growing up.
Fair enough. Rogat, what about you?
I'm basically going to do the same. Keeping my paladin-ish self somewhat under disguised as it were.
Okay.
Of course, keeping the glove on, and just sort of moseying on about and listening to random conversations, seeing if
Perfect.
there's anything important being said.
It doesn't take you long, and you two see William and Parisa standing in front of one of the fishing huts by the water, and they seem like they're very engrossed in conversation with a lady and a small boy.
And Parisa is hiding.
Yeah, Parisa's like ducked down behind William.
I'm going to find the
Not
nearest.
far.
I'm going to find the nearest wall and just kind of watch and read lips.
Alright, go ahead and roll me a stealth at advantage.
I'm not
trying
hiding.
not to flatulate.
Oh.
I'm just
I
leaning.
appreciate
I'm leaning against
that.
the wall down the road, watching what's happening and reading their lips because it looks like an amusing situation.
Did you just say you're trying not to flatulate?
Yeah, I did have some sprouts.
It happens.
Do you
Speaking
have
of
a
which-
case of the vapor?
More like the hurricanes, but it's Foghorn. They don't call me old William Foghorn for nothing.
I'm just gonna take a lilac sprig and just like tuck it into the back of his belt.
Oh, I like that. Lilac is nice.
God, you guys. Why do I DM for you? That just makes me think of those. Never mind. Apparently, they actually make undergarments now that have removable filters from
Yeah.
the back that you could.
Yeah, charcoal filters, stuff like that.
Fart flaps.
Yeah,
Fart flaps.
yeah.
I have two thoughts. One, why? And two, do they work? Why are you looking at me?
Because you are the answer as to why today.
No, he's not wrong.
Of her own admission.
He's not wrong.
Did you fluff?
No, but if I'm gonna, I know where it's gonna
Hurricane.
be.
Got it. Okay.
I mean, she almost choked us out on the way out of the L&M parking lot.
Oh my god, you guys! I hate you all!
What did you get?
Like, no one at
But
this
she
table
needs
has
us
ever
as players, so we're
yeah.
indispensable.
For the moment.
Yeah, yeah, shh. Don't act like there's a limit. Come on.
Oh god, Krabby, why do we need to know?
Alright, so.
Apparently there's cooling ones.
That's kind of awesome.
And apparently they do work pretty well. According to both Krabby and Ron.
Oh my god. I don't want to know anymore. Alright. So Tammin decides that he is going to show you. You'll have to be careful because where we're going, it's really super muddy and you can sink all the way up to your armpits in the holes. And you have to bring a stick and you walk like this. And he goes around the corner of the hut and grabs what looks like a bow staff and he holds it sideways and goes, you walk like this, and that way if you fall in a sinkhole, you can use this to help pull yourself out.
Excellent. Are there some more stout sticks?
Why
You could try using a canoe paddle.
why don't I go with him because we're just going to go see where it's at because I have my quarterstaff.
Or you could ask the creepy guy that's listening to us. And he just points without looking right where Eric is standing.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have a staff that I could borrow?
Rogith, you are aware of all this.
And I'm smirking just a little bit, just-
I can procure you one from the swamp very easily. I'm quite adept at traversing them.
And how are you at hide and seek?
I once hid for 2 days and nobody found me.
Me too! And like he just has this look of all. I wonder who's
no
better.
longer the creepy guy.
I wonder who's better at it, you or me. We'll have to play before you guys leave because apparently you're going on
A quest.
that's not what they called it.
A fool's errand?
Yeah!
That's a quest, yeah.
What's up, Dr. Leach?
I like the word quest better. I want to do lots of quest errands when I get older, too.
Quest errands, like, white bread, slaughter a
Yeah,
goblin
good
tribe,
treats.
And he
We'll have him go hunt rats
has his
first.
stick
Jeez.
and starts marching off. It's quite a ways, though. It's really past where I'm supposed to be. Is he coming too? And he looks over at you, Rogeth, as you're a little bit behind the others.
I'll wave and be like, and nod.
Crabby. Oh boy, okay, this is great, because there's 4 of you, and 1 of me, and that's 5, and that's been my lucky number tonight.
Well, that is indeed fortuitous.
Okay.
And
Let
he
us avant.
starts marching off with a sense of purpose.
Oh gosh, I can think of this, Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
Avante, avante.
And the elderly man from the night before kind of looks at you guys askance and then sees Tammin and just shakes his head and gives you the kind of, okay, see you when you get back wave. You get the sense, all of you are perceptive and insightful enough to realize that maybe this small child is fairly well known for some antics. And being new to town.
That time or a little later.
New to town have somehow gotten caught up in these antics. I need one of you to quickly roll me a d6. Go. 4.
Oh,
4.
All right. Perfect.
I will, as deftly as possible, make my way up to just behind him.
Gotcha. Eric, roll me a survival.
Do I have to?
Would it be an advantage because swamp?
But he would know that.
Again, do I have to? That's 24.
Yes, you have to. And the rest of you notice that as Tammin is marching, he's watching the ground. And you're seeing as Eric just deftly is able to step in such a way that subconsciously Tammin moves. And he's going between all the sinkholes that he didn't see. And you all realize Eric wasn't kidding. If he hadn't stepped to the side, you never would have seen where these sinkholes are. And maybe this crazy guy with all the crazy talk actually, for once, knows what he's talking about when it comes to swamps.
For once. Oh,
That's for
I'm
sure.
bringing Erebus with.
She's on your shoulder, and she's
Dire catfish? That's just dinner, Dr. Leach.
dire catfish. I want to. Oh, I know how I'm painting that mini. Do you still have that one?
I'll have another.
We're making a dire
Because
catfish.
Dr. Leach purchased one today. So
Did you? I finally knew what I wanted to do with it.
I'm ordering 3 more. Or I already ordered 3 more. So
Awesome. Hopefully they show up on time. Sorry.
it's direct from Reaper, so we got a good chance.
Yes.
And you guys go on for a good hour and 15 minutes.
I'd like to have Erebus kind of scout out ahead of us, no more than 20 to 30 feet.
Perfect. She is on it.
Seeing as I
do
see
you put me on a
them
poll?
carrying their...
Yeah, as soon as we get to some decently...
One sec, Rogith, I'll get back to you.
As soon as we get to some decently good trees, I'm going to lop off and clean some decent-sized branches for everybody.
Perfect.
Yeah, 1.5, 2 inches.
Yep. And nothing less than about 5 feet.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You're in the swamp, and with that survival roll from earlier, these are good. Like, this is good, quick work.
I mean, hell, I'll cut down a sapling if I have to. Just something that's going to work for saving our butts.
Right. You're really good at this.
I've been practicing.
Oh, I should practice more. What's up, Rogith?
I was going to say I was going to use my javelin, but if he's getting us walking sticks, then I will... I'll actually have both of them in my hand.
Perfect.
I mean, I only have to make 3.
Perfect.
Now, Parisa, you still have that sending stone, correct?
No, I did.
Or you do, that's right.
Yep.
Parisa, you have never been in a true swamp before.
Okay.
I need you to roll me... Oh god, what would it be? Can I see someone's character sheet just super quick? Thank you.
Oh, wait. You'll want one of theirs because they have the extra skill sets.
Yes, and that's probably one of the ones I'm looking for. One of the ones you don't like.
No, just one of the ones I don't have. What is it? That's what I'm looking for.
You know what? I'm just gonna go with a straight nature.
Nature?
Yeah. So sorry, it won't be one of those weird ones
That's okay.
that I adore.
Oh. Alright. 15.
Something, as you're walking through the swamp, something feels kind of odd, but you can't put your finger on it. Rogath, Eric, and William, roll me perception, please. At advantage.
Awesome.
Do it! And it's gonna be great!
There's a blank, just so you've got...
Thank you.
In case you need it. Okay. That was...
Perception with advantage.
Perception with advantage. Ausgleich.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
That would be a dirty 20.
Nice. And Eric?
24.
And William?
18.
All 3 of you notice, as you're walking and kind of looking around, Parisa's skin has changed color. It's, I mean, she's
I'm a little more familiar with the Loxlies, aren't I?
not
From my background, or...
especially,
Okay.
you just know that they are very much from nature.
So,
It's almost like her skin and parts of her hair have taken on the hue of the foliage within the swamp.
I'm a chameleon.
And it's
Chameleon.
It's not. I mean, it's words. It's evident, but it's not like she could stand in front of a tree and become invisible or anything like that. It's just
So it's not an active camouflage. She's just taking on slight traits.
right, just little tints in her hair and skin. But you would guess that if she were to hide in the foliage, it would be more of a blending in. So it wouldn't be like a bright green bush in the middle of fall colors. She's slowly taking on the hues.
Would I know that I have that ability?
You've never had the need to because the terrain and the type of color schemes of the foliage have never varied this much.
Okay, so we've never had like a fall cycle.
You've had fall cycles, but it's never had this effect.
Okay.
With my dealings and experiences, would I know kind of what's going on with her, or would that be
Nope,
something new to me yourself?
This is new.
Okay.
Parisa, an academic question, if I may.
Yes.
Do the curtains match the drapes?
I'm sorry, what?
You really said that?
He just did. And you stop.
No, Eric, that may be your question, but that is not my question. My apologies.
Cannon stops and turns. What's that mean? And looks at Eric.
We'll tell you when you're older.
It has to do with home decor. Is
I don't get it.
that natural?
That's so much better.
That's what I meant.
Is what natural?
You seem to be altering coloration.
And when they say that, you look at your hands, you're
Somewhat.
like, oh.
Oh. Fascinating.
Or as Krabby put it, are those real?
You guys are awful. Yes, they are natural 20s. Loxlies. You're welcome.
Actually, I think at this point they're probably more natural 30.
What's my modifier? Oh my gosh. Dating for geeks.
She's got age.
Huge tracks of land.
And she's a Loxley, so I mean, tracks. I mean, it's anyway.
We're just gonna move on.
So
We're just gonna move on.
Is that a natural occurrence of a Loxley? Are you familiar with it? You look surprised. Is there?
I've never had this happen before.
Are you feeling ill?
Am I feeling ill, dear?
No.
No,
You felt a strange sensation after you've been walking through the swamp for about a half hour.
Well, it doesn't seem to be affecting her.
May I? Basically, want to take her pulse.
While they're doing that, I want
normal.
to
Okay.
scoot forward about 20, 30 feet
Okay.
and start scanning the area.
Okay, and Nerevis is still scouting.
Yep, in case she sees anything I want to
That's
hear back
not
from
the
her.
reason.
Yeah.
And
If
Interesting.
Tamlin
Tamlin-
decides to follow me,
He does.
I'm going to stop him.
But we're not very
You
far
wanted to
from...
play hide and seek, right?
Yeah.
Find me.
1, 2, 3,
And I'm going to
4,
take off
5.
and I want to scout the area, get a decent
Okay.
idea of what the land looks like,
Okay.
make a game plan on where we're headed, and then I'm going to go hide.
Go ahead and roll a stealth at advantage.
At advantage?
Yeah, you're in swamp.
Because I'm in swamp. Oh god. 27.
24,
Over
25.
two.
Ready or not, here I come. And he is gonna roll perception. Oh, jeez.
Did you roll in that one?
No, but not a whole lot better. So he's going through.
I would keep an eye on him from wherever I am so he doesn't get himself in trouble.
He's not going very far. And he's looking around. He's still got his pole. And all of a sudden you see him go, "You are really good at this. I guess I give up." And as he turns, you see he's right about to step down into a sinkhole.
I will stop.
You say stop, and at about that same moment, Nerevis goes behind him and has the back of his shirt in her claws and is back winging as hard as she can. And he freezes. "Found you!" Or wait, I gave up. Darn it!
There's a sinkhole right in front of you.
Whoops. You've got a really nice bird, mister.
I'd like to think so.
She smells pretty.
The hell did you get into?
Do you say that?
We're in a swamp. Where's the pretty smell coming from? And it's more out of a curiosity than anything else.
She kind of nuzzles the Tammins cheek and then gives you this look. Real similar to the look that I give you on a
Not sure
daily
which one she's talking
basis.
about.
Ooh. You shove him in the bowl again, don't you, Sam?
I'm gonna grab the backhoe next.
Just keep digging. Just keep digging.
And I will come from my hiding spot and I will mark in front of the sinkhole where it is.
Okay.
What's
Yeah,
up,
you've
Vamp Knight?
Hey, Vamp
decided
Knight.
at this point, hey Vamp, that Parisa is in fact healthy and hale, and this is just some oddity. That has happened. Sorry, Thacker was distracted, so I was momentarily distracted.
I didn't recognize it as Caden's sneeze. And last I knew he was down here, so I turned around and went, "Why is Caden wearing a dress?"
To point it out for the home
This
audience,
is my life.
Caden is not, in fact, wearing a
No, it's
dress.
his sister.
That's a super
Yes.
cute dress, Kiwi.
It is.
I just want her to get a tank top for it.
I wondered
It's
if
a
maybe
little bit
Taya
more
could tailor the straps a little bit.
And that's it. The straps are just a bit too long.
I bet
because
we could probably cinch them a little bit to keep up.
either that or we're all gonna start carrying sticks.
I've got a poncho.
We can do that.
No kidding.
Anybody got a parka?
Poncho.
We have the bows at home. We can go grab the bows. Oh, I could get my brother's sword that Ben made.
I have enough big sticks.
I could get the sword that Ben made.
Oh, good. Give me that one. That'll
Yeah, you
keep
can
me
have
from
that.
falling in the sinkhole.
Kiwi, go sit. Oh, and Tam goes, it's right over there. But did you just break my house?
No.
You know what? This is a great time to get banged.
For the cows.
Cheers.
I'm all out. I am too.
May we bang well and prosper.
So the young man says that we are close to the area, correct?
Yeah, we're not very far away, so we should probably be quiet, because the one guy looked kind of scary.
I'm going to open my pally senses.
You roll me a con save.
Oh dear.
It's a Tobacco's version of wine.
It is.
A bit excessive there, isn't it?
That would be a grand total of 7.
7? Oh, jeez.
Nope.
You go to open your pally senses,
That's how I
and
stay
you
hydrated.
feel like
That's
the
how I stay
door
hydrated.
has been slammed back on you. Like, you go to open your pally senses, and something goes, nope. And you are able to sense your group, and nothing else.
Huh.
Well, that's weird.
Oh my god, that is fitting.
It's like trying to drunk pray.
Yeah.
Nope.
Number
That's
16.
Huh.
that's great.
What?
Quote number 69.
May
May
we
we bang well and prosper.
Welcome to being entertaining, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so, Mom said I can't get too close to it now that she thinks it's real, but it's...
Your mom is correct. You
It's-
stay here with the rest of them.
Wait, quit interrupting me. I'm trying to tell you something important.
Yeah.
You
And-
stay here with the rest of them. I'm gonna go scout ahead. Now, what were you saying?
But when the guy left and it closed, he put his hands in the air like this, and he went like this a lot.
Yep.
But there was glowy stuff in the air in front of him. And he had the other guy who was with him stand over there while he did it.
Is there any chance I could recognize that as a boreal warden type thing, like because we had said about the like protective sigils and stuff like that.
Roll me nature. Actually, hold on. What level are you?
4.
4? Hold that thought. Go
I'm
ahead.
also going to inform the group that I just tried to utilize my senses and it felt like as though the door was slammed in my face.
Okay, Rogith just informed you guys that he tried to open his pally senses and it felt like a door was being slammed in his face.
Okay.
Carissa, you get a similar feeling. You're like, I wonder if I can sense, and it literally feels like something mentally slaps you away.
Very odd.
I'm going
I will.
to do the non-magical thing that I do best.
Which one?
I'm going to scout the area as silently and quietly as possible.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a stealth. At advantage, of course, because you're in a swamp.
I'm also going to place myself protectively about the boy.
Perfectly. And perfectly. Wow.
That is an 18 as I meander about, and I'm looking at the terrain to see if there's any indication of where the mound might open and close, such as dislodged earth and whatnot. 2, I'm looking for the sigils on the trees that normally denote where one of these openings has been.
Okay.
And 3, I'm looking for anything that looks out of place in a swamp.
Erebus lands on your shoulder and she looks at you as though she's trying to speak to you, and then all of a sudden her eyes go wide and she looks at you, and if you can imagine a bird squinting in confusion, she is doing that. And then looking at you and then kind of squinting in confusion. Yes, William.
Since things feel like they are drawing towards action, I would like to bestow protection from evil and good on the boy. Its concentration lasts up to 10 minutes. I'll walk over, holding my holy symbol of High-Lore, muttering a prayer to High-Lore for protection over the child, and then and then place my hand on the kid's head and blessings of High-Lore. High-Lore's protection be upon you.
And for a brief moment, you feel, as you cast this, it feels like when you're trying to do... Have you ever trained in water? And you try to do like roundhouse kicks in water?
Yes,
It feels like that. You are able to do it, but it's nowhere near as quick and fluid as you feel it should be.
Muddy.
Which is great training, by the way, if you've never done it.
It sucks. But
It's
fun.
amazing. It's awful.
It sucks because you
I
feel
used
like
to
you
do
get
that in my
nothing
parents'
done.
pool.
And then the next day you're like, oh my god, I can't move.
Yeah.
Then I would like to have mace in hand
Noted.
and holy symbol in the other, so I'm not utilizing my shield right now.
Noted. Alright, Eric, you... Again, Erevis is looking at you and then squinting and... It's like she's trying to speak to you.
I'm pointing her back to the group for the moment.
She goes back to the group and sits on Parisa's shoulder. And Parisa, you get the same thing. She looks at you and then squints and then kind of flaps a wing and gestures and squints.
I wonder if there's something dampening magic here.
Or whatever noise that kind of bird would make.
Caw, 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 caw. Because ravens caw.
What do the ones outside around us do?
Oh, not the screamers.
That actually started with me broken.
Your poor arms.
Oh, I know, they're just red.
You should see his knees. Like, I'm sorry, but we gotta digress for a second.
your knees.
Apparently black tea helps.
Yep.
Instead of using vinegar.
So we went out on a boat, and we all got sunburned to Sam Hill.
Because I wasn't there.
Thaco,
Right?
To remind you guys to use sunscreen.
I even asked, do we have sunscreen? And I got, we don't need it. We sent some home with you guys last time. I'm sure it'll be fine. So for the record, I did in fact bring it up. But Thaco's knees are sunburned. Like, his legs, white. Like Beacons of Gondor white. His thighs, white. Like Rohan Lynch, they're white. His knees are bright crimson red. It's hilarity. You should put that picture on
I
Discord.
don't want to blind people.
But it's so funny.
My legs look like I have stop signs for kneecaps.
It's great. Sorry, we're gonna move on now. But we all know this is why you're really here. Is our antics.
Actually,
For Thaco's knees?
not painful at all. It just itches.
I can just imagine you trying to throw those knees into someone.
Oh,
Thunk out, thunk out. This hurts me more than it hurts you. Thunk out.
I thought you only said that to me.
Oh boy. Garlic.
I'm.
And down the rabbit hole.
Oh, this is just the tip of the iceberg, sweetie. Welcome to dinner.
So yeah, I'm wondering about.
It doesn't take you long, and you find what you believe the entrance to be. You see some dead swamp trees, and there's the sigil inside. Oh, ow, no.
But you
That makes me feel pained there, Ron. Ow.
And
Ow.
yeah, you should. Oh my god. Please help. And you see that sigil.
Mm-hmm.
And you see not too far away an opposing sigil in another tree.
Are they the same sigil?
They are.
Okay. I would like to continue around looking to see if I can get a perimeter and then make my way back to the group.
Okay. It's hard. It's soggy ground. It's not like you could potentially see lines in the ground where the door would open or anything like that. You're convinced that when this opens, like, there's going to be moisture and sogginess running in.
There should be, because at least in my brain, where the seam of the land meets up with the regular ground, there should be some sort of seam, and as I'm poking around, I should be able to feel that it's uneven, whether with my foot or with the stick. I should be able to feel like there is a seam.
Right, and that's what's throwing you, is you think you find it, and then it's roll me tracking.
Almost as if like the ground is like in the process.
At advantage, because you're in a swamp. Jerk.
Go with high low.
Right, Krabby?
I rolled the same number on both of my dices. 8.
You're struggling a little bit. I mean, you find it, and then you lose it, and then you find it, and then you lose it.
Mm-hmm.
You think you have a rough idea where the perimeter is.
And that's better than no idea. Once I get an idea of that perimeter and location for the 2 marks, I'll make my way back to the group.
Okay. You make your way back to the group. And Tammin is regaling them with a story. And then my mom made us pancakes because, well, I like pancakes, but my dad didn't get any bacon with his pancakes because she said he has googly eyes.
He has what?
Googly eyes. Like today
means
when
he
you had to
stares
play
at
hide
women.
and seek.
Oh.
As you hear me, I believe that means he stares at women.
I see. Well, that is a very good reason to not get bacon with breakfast.
I would like to do...
Do plant people eat meat?
Yes.
Wait, do you eat vegetables? Is that weird?
No.
But are you a vegetable or a fruit? And like, there's no malice. He's just really curious.
I am more like a tree.
A tree. But
Are you
melons
animal,
don't grow
vegetable,
on
or
trees,
mineral?
and I could have swore my dad said something about melons. Okay, did you find the door?
I did, I think.
Rogan, what'd you say? I missed it.
Are you animal, vegetable, or mineral?
Yes.
I'm going to grab Nerevis. I'll be back in a second. And I'm going to walk exactly opposite the direction of where I believe the door is.
Okay.
And start thinking to Nerevis.
It's all about those melons.
How far are you going?
Until I can talk to her.
You get about 100 feet.
Okay.
And all of a sudden you hear, I can hear you!
Okay, well that answers my question.
Oh God, all I can think of
This
is
was
the
absolutely awful. I was trying to talk to you.
I know. What were you trying to tell me?
I was trying to tell you that there was something interfering with my ability to speak to you.
I figured that out.
You do have your bright points.
Alright, we gotta go back. I found the door.
There's something else strange about that door. I feel drawn to it.
In what way?
I can't put a feather on it.
Oh, you're having too much fun with that.
It's for the birds.
And I want to start walking back to the group.
Oh my goodness.
When I get back, alright, so there does seem to be something dampening magic in the area. I believe I have found the entrance to the underground layer.
And Nerevis, as he's talking, she's waving a wing and like touching the tip of her wing, just laying a feather on Eric's shoulder and moving it back.
And I'm not sure how that's going to affect us. I mean, I don't necessarily need magic to defend myself.
Right, Dr. Leach? Yoke's on you.
But I believe Rogoth and you, Cuthbert, your magic tends to be a bit of necessity.
Is it something that only affects the arcane, or does it affect the divine as well, or are we unsure? I mean, can I still connect with Hylor through this area, or do we have any knowledge of that?
Well,
You can try, but it feels sluggish.
and Rogoth's magic would be divine, and he was having difficulty with his abilities. What would a Loxley's magic be classified as?
Nature.
Nature?
Nature is its own magic domain in this world. As it should be in every world, in my humble opinion, that isn't strong. If it surprises you that I have strong and outspoken opinions, you haven't been around me for more than 5 minutes, and you should probably adjust your thought process regarding me, because it's not going to change.
Before we investigate this further, perhaps we should send the boy back to where it's quite possibly safer.
It would be safer with us.
Yeah, what he said.
There are too many sinkholes and dangers on the way back. And while I agree that it's not a good place for a child to be in the middle of a fight, it's not a good idea to send a child through a swamp that could kill him.
I made it back on my own before, you know.
That wasn't a question.
You're not my dad.
No, but I am your best bet on getting out of here without...
Mom says gambling's wrong.
Then you don't want to gamble with your life, do you?
And he plops down in the mucky swamp and starts thinking. Well, I'm not supposed to gamble, and that means I have to go with you. But Mom said not to get too close, and that would mean disobeying her, and...
You figure that out.
Deep in contemplation at the moment.
Well...
The last time we destroyed the sigils, it opened the door. I have a sneaking suspicion that it's going to be much worse this time about because of whatever it is interfering with magic.
What's up, Rogan?
I am going to try something, and we'll see if this works.
Rogan said he's going to try something, and we'll see if it works.
I'm going to take out the statue, the onyx statue that I have, and... Woof! Being that a barcast, I activated.
Wait, what?
His magic item that he hasn't used yet. The little statue that he has to bark at to activate.
When did he
So
get
you just
this?
watched Rogoth go...
When did he get this?
It was back towards the beginning. I thought you forgot about it, to be honest. Alright, Rogoth, for the folks at home, remind us what your statue does when activated.
The dog statue apparently lasts for 2 hours, and a mastiff-like creature pops out, and it can see invisible and has advantage to finding hidden things. It's sentient, and it speaks common.
Yep, I sure do. As you... Rogoth, you can see... Well, no, all of you can see it. As this statue turns into a mastiff. And it looks at you with this lopsided grin. Mastiff with Dozer's face. Alright, what am I supposed... Oh, I don't like the way it smells here.
Sorry.
What do you need? Huh? What do you need? What are we doing? What are we good? Are we hunting? What am I finding?
I need you to look
Squirrel.
around and see if there's anything that's hidden from our sight.
There's a couple birds up there. There's something. Huh? Yeah.
What are you going to say?
There's a hidden door over there. But it smells really funny.
Is there anything else that you see aside from the hidden door? Something that might present a danger to us? For instance, any hidden sigils or things that might be...
There's weird markings over there, and he kind of nose points, does the whole ding pointer to the trees that have the sigils on them that you saw, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
There's stuff, but it smells really weird over there, and there's something under the water there, like a hidden passage or a door or a... You don't have any treats, do you? Like bacon? I heard someone mention bacon earlier.
There's something
The maple kind,
in the
yeah.
water.
I'm actually going to feed him a little bit of my trail rations.
Oh.
And where he pointed to the hidden area in
Yeah.
the water,
Yeah. Yeah.
where is that in conjunction to where I found the door and the two sigils?
It's the same spot.
So I'm going to look at the dog. So far, you haven't found anything I haven't yet.
Are you a dog too?
I'm just very
Bastard
observant.
brothers!
Depends on which lady you talk to.
Oh god, now all I can see is Eric is Jack Sparrow every time in his normal home, or in Lorimer, every time he goes into a new town, some random lady walks up and slaps him across the face.
I might have to make that
I probably deserve that.
Take a look at how the miniature does.
Exactly.
I might have to make that canon.
Well, there's... something just doesn't smell right, and I feel like I want to go that way, but I feel like I shouldn't go that way, but I want to go that way, but I feel like I shouldn't, but I want to.
What do you mean by something doesn't smell right? Can you describe it to me?
Something smells like... It smells bleh.
Okay.
Like one time, someone dropped some bacon into a fire, and the fire was already cooled, and I went to get the bacon, and I got part of the black log instead, and it tasted blah like that too.
Ah.
So something smells burnt?
Yeah, kind of, but that's not quite right. It's blah.
Okay.
We're not
Teresa,
going to
do
be
you
able to
not hear the vivid and descriptive? You know,
canine adjectives.
yeah. It's
Well, I think I'm going to, because I'm not getting any more information from this canine, I'm going to do what I did last. I'm going to go and disrupt those sigils. I would suggest
Yeah.
that all of you back up about 100 feet.
Yeah. Me too.
Very well. Yes, you too.
Aww.
What shall I call you?
And I'm going to put Nerevis on Paris's shoulders.
I don't know. What do you call me? Is that a trick question?
You two
I'll think of... I'll... we'll walk and talk at the same time.
Okay.
I'll think
What
of a
about
name for
good
you in
boy?
a bit.
I like that. It's better than hey you or get off that.
get off the road, get you too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And he just kind of, and you watch him kind of cock his head and look at Parisa. You smell like. You smell like the ground.
Like the ground.
Yeah, like you did this or something, and he lays down and proceeds to roll around.
Oh.
And stands up. Did you do that too? Because that's, you know.
I just made the suggestion. You guys
No,
make
I
your
did not.
decision.
Oh,
Is that right?
she's weird. And then he just keeps walking. Tammin is fascinated by this dog and is seemingly stunned because it's a talking dog that just came from a statue. Unless you guys are disregarding Eric's request, you move about 100 feet away. William?
I'm kind of quietly disgusted with Eric, and I'm going to be at 60 feet away.
Okay.
Just because that's the range of most of the stuff that I can do that would be potentially helpful to him.
Okay.
If things go sideways. And at this point, I will mace still in right hand, but I will let my holy symbol sit on my chest, amulet, and then have my shield in the left hand ready.
Okay. This dog looks up at you, Rogath, and goes, I think I know all your guys' names. That's Plant Floof, that's High Lord Floof, you're Master Floof, and I don't know what to call him, as he's looking in the direction Eric went.
Sneaky Floof.
Sneaky Floof. I like that. You watch the tail just...
Better than creepy floof.
Alright, so Sneaky Floof, Master Floof, Plant Floof, and High Lord Floof.
Sure.
All right.
I'm going to make my way to one of the, whatchamacallits, one of the sigils.
I know how you feel.
About what?
I'll explain later. DM thought.
Okay.
And you're going to destroy the sigils?
I am going to approach it, and from behind, well, how big around is said tree?
The trees are only 1.5 feet.
Can I do this?
Yes, it's close, but you can do it.
I'm going to be on the back side of it.
I'm sorry, Chad, I haven't been attentive tonight.
I'm going to stand on the back side of the tree, grab my dagger, and just run it up.
Okay.
So that I have some cover from the tree.
Okay. And you watch as you destroy this sigil that the ground starts to do this a little bit and shake, and you can now see the outline of the door. And you feel drawn to it.
I'm waiting for it to open.
It does not open.
That worked for every other door, but not this one.
And you see the other sigil on the other tree, on the other side of the door.
Mm-hmm. But every other door, destroying one sigil opened it.
Maybe 2 sigils means more secure, so you've got to destroy both.
All of them had to.
In the past, the other ones have... The only difference with this one is the boy said the guy did hand-wavy stuff.
I'm going to cross directly over.
I am become Floof, good boy of worlds. Yes!
I'm going to cross directly.
Okay.
So that I do have to go over the door. I want to keep a feel for what's in the air as I do this.
Okay. And you feel drawn to the door?
What kind of drawn? Hey, Spooky.
Hey,
Spooky.
Spooky!
What do you mean drawn?
You feel the desire to investigate further.
I
That's
love that
dark.
Cosmo.
That started when I came in.
Super, it's a little bit stronger than it was. Quick shout out to Spooky if you guys ever want to watch a fantastic art stream. Spooky's really fun to watch. And is extremely talented. Shameless plug over. And you're going to the other sigil?
Yep.
Okay, and destroying it the same way?
Yep. Behind and...
You destroy that second one, and the door opens, and the feeling intensifies for you and for William. You feel like this is you feel like you just found a hidden cave, or potentially a treasure map, or you feel this desire to see what's next. And it's subtle and it's not overpowering. It just your curiosity is much stronger than it was previously.
So, could be said that curiosity is starting to become greater than sense of caution. Not necessarily in a controlling way, it's just we are picking up on...
Yeah, it's...
overriding curiosity as opposed to...
You feel a growing desire and need to know what's down in this tunnel.
And it is now opened.
It is now open.
I would like to... Well, if I look down, can I see William?
Can you see what?
Can I see William from my position?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to, as best I can recall from what the Rangers taught me, basically I'm not going to say a word, you're just going to watch some hands come out, and it's just going to be... and then make my way. You're going to watch as I crouch down and start my way toward the door.
William, what are you going to do at that point? Thanks, Spooky.
Good luck with that, Spooky.
Have fun, Spooky.
Neat. Yes, much luck.
It's a fun show.
No.
Crazy.
Oh boy, wait, Master Floof, it smells different now. I don't know what it smells like. I want to go look. Can we go explore, please? Can we go? Yeah.
Not just yet.
Away,
Okay.
and kind of gesture for everybody to maybe come closer than 100 feet.
Okay.
I will
And
carry
All right.
Mister to approach.
Kind of gesture, Eric, because you descended, correct?
I'm going to be. You see as I'm approaching.
Okay, so I'm going to try and indicate to the rest of the party, pointing towards Eric and then gesturing as if he's going down, he's going to investigate.
But did he yell timber?
Not this
Yep.
time.
How is the healer supposed to get to you if you don't yell timber?
That's why I said not yet.
So you guys see this happen. Eric goes down, you guys start moving forward.
Well, I'm approaching. I'm keeping an eye on them because I want to see.
Okay. They are moving forward. The dog seems more and more excited. It smells really nice. Like, I don't think I've ever smelled that before. That doesn't happen often.
As I start to approach, what do I see?
I'm gonna gently pat him and try to calm him a little bit.
Okay? That's essentially what happens, yes. You look down, Eric, and you can see that the water from the swamp, because when you step down the swamp, is somehow magically held at the edge of the door, almost as if there's plexiglass there, which doesn't exist in this world yet.
How do you know he wasn't the one who invented it?
Because my name is not Scotty.
And the water is just magically held at bay, and you see that there is a dry corridor and a firmly packed dirt tunnel.
Is it lit?
It is not lit.
Okay. So I would like to go in, descend
Okay?
up until it becomes, where I can only see 3 feet in front of my face because of how dim it's getting.
Okay.
And just kind of get a feel for what I'm seeing down here.
It looks like just a tunnel going forward. Or need a bigger stick. And roll me a perception. At advantage because you're in the swamp.
It's only going to get worse from here.
I know!
Just wait till she hits high school.
Stop it!
16.
You see something glittering on the ground as you turn. The last little bit of light that's coming in catches something on the ground. and you see this. Don't lose it.
Nope, I couldn't
And
see.
it is a small golden.
Thanks for the host, Krabby.
Thanks, Krabby. Amber gold gem.
Is it loose?
Yeah, it's loose. It's just laying in the dirt.
Okay. I am not going to mess with it. I'm just going to keep an eye on it.
Okay, you're not going to pick it up or touch it? Or...
Not right yet.
Okay.
Strange gems laying in the middle of nowhere that deal with a creepy situation. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch it right now.
4-letter word. TRAPS.
But it just looks like the hallway heads forward. There's no.
There
turn.
isn't right or left that you can see or change in elevation. When you first go in, it goes down a little bit as the other ones did, and then it's just a straight hallway.
No, Ront, I am not going to be bringing back any dinosaurs with this piece of amber.
Jaden, that's a call out to Navara, because one night she was a little sleep deprived, and those were the words she uttered. So we're gonna hold that over her head till she dies.
We have plenty to hold over Taya. So.
Yep, we need one for everybody. So,
we need to get a bunch of quotes, and then at her wedding, read all of them at random points. Sorry, I digress.
After I get that little visual, I'm going to make my way back up.
Alright, I'll gesture towards everybody else to come closer. But I will,
Do that.
even though you didn't,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm still going to be like,
I tend to overlook that thought because I'm always.
Yeah.
And
So I'll try and indicate to the rest of the party, come forward, but, try and be.
as you get closer,
And I whisper to the dog too to keep it on the down low, so to speak.
okay. And in a whispered voice, the dog looks back at you and goes, "Okay, I can be quiet. I can be quiet. Quiet, quiet like a mouse. I am the good boy, mouse. I once saw a mouse when I was the statue,
Be
and
quiet,
I was
Dale.
in this weird."
Wasn't his name Dale?
I thought it was Ben.
No, but that was fantastic.
All right, I am going to briefly let you guys talk for a quick moment and discuss your next move. As go ahead and
Am I going to get a talking to?
you guys all make it to the mouth of the door
Of the woo woo.
of the woo woo where Eric is.
At which point in time I'm going to point out the amber gem in the dirt and be like, I don't trust that.
Mm-mm. Let's see here. It's a couple of days.
When I came home, I was like, I tried to show Ben my miniature, but he was a bit distracted. And she said the name immediately. Or no, it was Deirdre. Oh.
Okay, so
What I'm looking at here is I am essentially blind once we get out of the light.
Loxley, you have dark vision?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Does anybody have the ability to create magical light?
Not exactly for me, no.
I should do that though.
Depending upon how loosely we're handling thaumaturgy, I can.
We tend to stick pretty close to the wording on
It
that.
says cause flames to flicker, brighten, dim, or change color for 1 minute.
But
It doesn't say anything about igniting.
I was looking for something slightly different. I'm going to pull out one of my ball bearings. I can hide the light if we cast it on this.
I mean, if anything else, I do have Druidcraft, so I could light a torch.
I have a tinderbox. I can do the same thing. I was looking for something that I could hide in the palm of my hand. I had a friend of mine who used to do that, and we would cast light on a ball bearing, and I could make it just disappear using one of my many pockets.
Yeah, I don't have anything, in fact, that would assist with that.
Do you have anything like that, Rogoth?
Unfortunately, I do not.
Alright, so we'll have to do this the hard way.
So we'll just torch it up.
Apologies.
Oh, I pointed it out, Loxy. She wrote in here, unless I pointed out it's a passive of 15 to spot the gem. No, I pointed it out.
Okay. Is you know what one of the questions I would have for our illustrious game master is, does the odor reek of methane, swamp grass, or swamp gas, anything like that? Just
is
because
it an odor that we can smell, or just the dog?
Yeah.
Because he said it smelled good.
Mm-hmm.
Or
And
there was a smell that he smelled that smelled good.
And then she hasn't mentioned anything about me picking up an odor.
Right.
So one real quick question that got tossed around:
Okay, sorry, it was Mom.
the odor that Indy can smell.
Mm-hmm. Wait,
it
Indy?
Yeah.
Indiana.
You guys moved to Indiana?
No, chat did.
Yes.
So the smell that Indy.
Oh, fireball!
Well, this will answer the question right there.
Yeah.
This goes off.
Where's our fireball?
Leech.
No.
Travi, our resident fireball flinging wizard.
To be fair, Dr. Leech is a close second to that.
That's true.
How far into this tunnel are you guys?
We are pretty much at the mouth.
At the mouth?
Close enough to where I can point out the amber gem.
And there is no fireball.
Haha.
Ah!
So, as I was asking,
Yes.
the odor that Indy keeps talking about,
Yes.
I'm not aware of him talking about it, but is there an odor I can pick up?
No.
Okay, so it is something only the dog can pick up.
But Erebus, when Indy says it smells good, she nods her beak and concurs.
Okay. So this is going to be a tricky situation. I would like to be able to scout ahead of you all, but without some form of light source, I'm essentially blind.
We could probably use Indy as a seeing eye dog for all intents and purposes.
Yep, I can see in the dark. Like this one time when I was in a hidden temple in the rock. Oh yeah, that's right, we gotta be quiet. And the tail droops.
It's all right. Just keep your excitement under control.
Does anybody have any peanut butter?
No. Well,
What's
as much as
peanut
I like
butter?
as much as I like the idea of using the puppy as a seeing eye dog,
Yeah.
that still puts me at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna have to do this the classic way.
Yep.
What?
I mean, I could always use beast sense, and we could send in either Indy or Erebus.
Yep. What does that mean?
Well, we only have a short time with this dog, from what we were told,
Yep.
and I'm not sure that Erebus can see in the dark. Yes, she can. 60 feet.
Wait, no, that was a horse noise.
Wow. Erebus is multilingual.
Krabby, if you don't clip that, I'll love you forever. I just made a horse noise for a bird.
And there is
It's a big bird.
a magic burst.
There's a magic burst.
Great.
Considering the situation, I don't think stealth is going to be one of our tools, as much as I'd like it to be. We will just have to be cautious, and I would prefer to be in the front.
Do you want to take my lantern because you could like have it mostly shuttered?
That would probably be
And
the best
then-
bet.
Okay. How much of a lead do you want?
Can we touch the pretty rock yet?
How far can you
No.
see? How far
And
can you all
Cameron
see in
sits
the
down
dark?
and crosses
I'm
his
human,
arms.
but if I'm carrying a torch, we've got 20 bright, 20 dim. So basically, if I'm
Yep, you're as blind as me. How far can you see in the dark?
Should be 60.
And Rogith, can you see in the dark?
Unfortunately not. I am as human
Alright,
as
so the
most
only
of
one
the
that can
rest
see
of
in
the
the
party.
dark is her.
so maybe what
Yes.
we should do is you like 20 or 30 feet ahead of her. And
Actually, how about you guys follow behind me by 20 feet?
Okay.
I'll use the dim light to help cover my movement.
Okay.
We can do that.
So, who do we want next in line? After.
You guys can figure that one out.
I can go. Me next. Yeah.
You stick with the kid. Make sure
Oh.
the kid is safe.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure you're safe. And you watch as Indy goes and sits on Tammy's lap.
Yeah. Ah.
Are you fairly stealthy?
And as he's wagging his tail, it's.
I will go in the back. I'll take up the rear.
Okay.
Am I able to summon Shiryu?
Are you gonna try?
I'm gonna try.
Well, unfortunately, I didn't bring my
Stealthy,
goggles this evening.
Rogith, how are you very stealthy? Cuthbert wants to know.
I can sort of, kind of be. I'm not wearing, heavy armor at this point in time.
So that would be a no.
Okay. So, actually, Parisa, if you don't mind, I think you should be second.
Okay.
Because the stealth is towards the front. You know, us two noisy ones, Rogith and myself, can be towards the back. We can have torches in the back, or a torch in the back, and that way the two of you can maximize your abilities to detect and stay quiet without us like clambering right behind you and making hell of a lot of noise. And then the light is a little bit further back too, so that helps give you two light advantage. If we keep like 15, 20 feet in between each of us, then we can really
I think that would be perfect.
maximize. So let's just say Rogith, are you slowed by your heavy armor?
I'm not wearing any heavy
He's
armor.
not wearing heavy armor right now.
Oh, okay.
We heard he was.
Yeah. In fact,
Oh.
I don't normally. You would probably notice that I actually normally don't wear much for armor at all,
Oh, that's right.
except
he's
for the
perfect.
kite shield.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He's a barbaric paladin.
So, okay, let's just keep 20 feet in between each of us. So we'll have Eric first, then Parisa. Rogith, do you want to be last or next to last?
I'll be last just in case if I have to run back and protect the boy.
Perfect.
Or are we keeping the boy in the middle of us?
So he'll be in the back to protect the boy, or is the boy going to be in the middle? Yeah, am I babysitting?
How about let's keep the dog and the
My
kid
name's
in
Amy.
between myself and Rogith.
That was my thought.
Works for me.
We will be moving a little bit slower than normal, but not by much,
Okay.
Sounds good.
because
So-
I can actually move at normal pace.
Does this kid have any kind of... He's like 9 or 10?
Yeah.
Does he have any kind of weapon on him?
He's got a stick.
Stick? Okay. I'm going to take one of my daggers, the sheath, everything, hand it to him, tuck it in his belt, and say, if you absolutely need to, you can use this to try and defend yourself.
Okay. So you begin to move forward, Eric?
Yep, and I am going with as much stealth as I can muster.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a stealth.
That would be a 21.
21.
Yes.
You feel you are fairly stealthy. And what's your passive, Eric?
Passive
Perception, sorry.
16.
You go about 15 more feet and you see something else glinting in the light.
Okay. Now, are they just laying in the dirt?
Yep, they're just laying in dirt.
There's nothing, no marks on the walls, on the floor, on the ceiling, nothing?
Nothing. It looks like they...
How wide is the hallway?
10 feet.
Are they both on the right-hand side? Are they both on the left-hand side? Are they
they're
both in the
both
dead
in-
center?
The first one was on the right, the second one was on the left.
Okay.
Not all the way up against the wall, but close.
How big?
Like 2 thumbnails.
That's a good sized gem.
Yeah.
That's a good sized gem.
About how far apart are these two?
Yeah.
15 feet.
Okay. And I'm going to continue forward. Again, not touching the gem.
Okay. Is anyone...
I would like to take with my stick
Okay.
and kind of...
Draw a circle?
Yep.
Okay. You go about 20 more feet and you see something else.
Crap, we don't have an arcane caster with us.
And where is this located in comparison to the other two?
This one is in the center.
So that one was to the left, that one was to the right, this one's to the center.
Good thing your DM doesn't like puzzles.
Continuing on.
And you go about 30 more feet. And you see
How far in did I go before I saw the amber one?
the amber one was right in the beginning. So like you got to the bottom of the descent and it was right there.
So it was about 20 feet before I saw this one.
And then 30 feet and center.
The blue one was in the center too, correct?
Right, left, center, center.
And
You guys...
each time I'm going to circle it.
Okay. Everyone following behind Eric. You see that these gems have been pointed out. Do any of you touch them? Do anything with them?
No, in fact, I specifically say to Indy to not touch them at all.
What's the distance?
Exactly what you see. So right at the entrance, 15, 20, 30. And I just killed you.
Yeah.
Or at least it was a really good punch.
Oh.
Okay, sorry, I was slightly distracted. You said no, Rogat?
I said no and told Indy to avoid them as well.
Okay.
What color are the gems?
The first one, sorry, I will take a picture of them.
The first one was amber, the second one was emerald, the third one was sapphire, and the fourth one was ruby.
Okay.
I am so sorry.
That's okay.
I just killed your phone.
No, it's lead.
What are you needing?
I was looking for the pencil that I set down. There it is. Like I saw it just about a couple hours ago.
Otherwise, you could use
I'm
this
fully
one.
charged.
Okay.
It's green with envy.
So according to the colors that I was given by the DM, those are the 4 that we saw.
Correct. Parisa, are you touching any of the gems?
I am not.
Nope.
Nobody's touching them? Okay. You can see Tammin is holding his hands together to help him not touch them.
I'm still I'm still continuing on.
Okay. You go about 10 more feet, and then I have a dish towel on the table that's partially covering a map. If you want to slide that toward the kitchen, not entirely revealing it, you can go quite a ways, probably.
If I get my crap out of it.
Keep going.
You
Keep
gotta wait
going.
for stuff to get moved.
Oh.
Patience, DM.
I'm not a patient DM. Perfect, right about there. Now that red gem is 10 feet before the crossroads.
Okay, so
Just to put it, I didn't make the hallway any longer just because I ran out of dish towel to cover it with.
Okay, so this is 10 feet before the...
Yes.
10, 15,
And just to put your minds at ease, if it helps, the distance between them does not matter.
well, you gave it to me, so I'm keeping it.
You know, that's not a bad thing. Dr. Leech, right? You know, wizard. This world is very arcane light. And most wizards are, if they are discovered that they are, or no, not wizards, sorcerers. Never mind, just kidding. I flipped the 2 in my brain because I'm special.
Okay, so at the crossroads, I am going to stop
Okay.
without getting into the threshold.
Okay.
And look over my shoulder at Parisa and wave you in.
Do the
move forward.
Okay.
Do the various deities have colors associated with them?
They do. Marasa is green. Corandor is red.
Mm-hmm.
Alcure is blue. Do you want this? If you need the spelling for any of them, I can give it to you.
I'm just doing it phonetic.
Yep, no worries.
And yellow.
Is Hylor.
Thought so.
For the record,
You are very correct, Grouch Couch. Eggs and ham are indeed green.
hey, Grouch Couch. And for the record, Lyrikill is a lavender, but right on the line between lavender and purple.
But they are both purple.
Pastels, mainly lavender. Favorite.
So Marasa is green, Corndor is blue, yellow is Hylor.
Corandor is red.
Oh, Corndor is red.
Alcure is blue.
The almighty Hylor is.
And Hylor is
Ooh.
gold or amber.
How do you spell which one called for blue?
Alcure is Alkyor.
Okay.
And he is the god of seas and waterways. Colors are blue and aquamarine, and his symbol is a leaping fish over waves.
Krabby, don't send any familiars towards Nilo.
I'll have mine eat them.
Mm-hmm.
You put me in a scary situation, I'm going to deal with it.
It wasn't a scary situation. You guys were at your house.
Heh.
She's picking on me because I had the winged dragon familiar get eaten by Meatball.
The very expensive winged dragon familiar.
I would, as I'm going past the gold or amber stone, or maybe even just pausing for a moment and stepping back, I would like to kneel down next to the stone and slinging my shield onto my side, grasp my holy symbol and hold my holy symbol a scant inch above and focus on Hylor.
You no longer feel the overwhelming sense of curiosity.
Do I feel like there is any impediment to my connection with Hylor?
No longer.
I would like to pick up that yellow stone.
Okay. You pick up the yellow stone. And you hold it.
At this point, I would just like to hold it against my holy symbol, so just kind of holding them together in my left hand.
Okay.
And leaving my shield slung on my back, I'll continue on with my mace, but I would like to mention to Rogoth, quietly, that it seems to me that these stones, the color of these stones, correlates to our known pantheon, and holding the yellow stone of Hylor, I no longer feel either the burning curiosity, nor do I feel the impediment
Just
to
to
my
be clear,
relationship with
as
Hylor.
soon as you put your hand near it, that happened. It wasn't...
Yeah.
Okay. That's an important distinction.
Yep.
Here's your DM tip for the day.
And after saying that to Rogoth, I would like to kind of, hey, Parisa. I'm not trying not to make too much noise. I'm realizing I'm kind of,
Right.
moving carefully as I can here, and I would like to kind of pass that information on to Parisa, and then if Parisa could pass it on to Eric.
You're playing telephone.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to stop by the Emerald Stone
Okay.
and place my hand near it
Okay.
and open up my pally senses.
You are able to open your pally senses.
I'm gingerly going to pick up the green stone.
You pick up the green stone, and as you open your pally senses, you feel evil ahead of you down the hallway.
Ah.
But it feels muted. Like you can tell there's something evil there, but it's like following behind a diesel truck. You're just getting whiffs of something. You know there's a diesel truck up there. You can't see it.
It's like
but
a fart in the wind.
Sure. We'll keep rolling with
The
that.
fumes.
I mean, we started the whole flatulence.
Somebody just crop dusted in this crossroads.
And Rogith, in your mind, you hear, "Oh, I guess there's no point in hiding from you anymore, now is there?" And we're gonna go to break.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell yeah! I'm the DM. I said we're going to break. We're going to break.
That one, that's a fast one. She just pulled a fast one on us.
Alright, guys, we will see you back in 20 to 30 minutes for some good old-fashioned dice rolling fun.
And
Thanks,
shitting bricks.
guys.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, and shitting bricks.
See you in a bit.
Alright, in 3.
I didn't say
Alright, and we are back. Welcome back to Dragons in the Dining Room. This is DMLoxy presiding, and this is Nerevis. When we last left off, our party was down in a... That's not going to sit there. Grr. Squirrel. Our party was down in a tunnel with Indiana, and hey, thank you for the cheers, David.
Thank you for the cheers.
Yeah. Hey, Twiz.
Hi, Twiz.
So the DM doesn't give me cheers, but the imaginary dog does. Got it. Fireball maybe on cooldown. So
Yeah, because Krabby set it off just over an hour ago.
Yeah, a little bit before we went to break.
Well, I hope it was a good nap.
It is now 2021. You missed the disease. You don't get a superpower.
You missed the zombie apocalypse.
No, people are still looking at their phones. We're in it. Party excluded. That was not a dig at the party. For once.
yes, it was.
No.
You're still in time for the rage plague, however.
Yes. Yes.
Ooh, that was a
Hey,
little bit
Pokemon
of a-
Killer. Apparently, Twiz, you also need to have a conversation with DM Thaco, because apparently he is leaving me for you kidnapping him. Any confusion, please refer to the beginning of stream.
Wait. Wouldn't that technically be Stockholm Syndrome?
Potential.
You know,
But
see, I
you
think
do
it's a
have
bad
to give
thing.
you do have to give me back every other Christmas.
Mhm.
Wait, can we get Halloween too? Because he does make a fantastic Halloween prop.
Oh, I just got called Foxy Loxy. My life is now complete. Wait, what?
She totally missed what I said.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You agreed with it though.
So
I said we have to get him.
Yes.
We have to get him back at least every Halloween too, because.
Why? I mean, we should, but
Don't worry, Joe. I still love you, man.
that was the wrong tone.
Why?
No, we just had like a 4-hour discussion last night about the tones I use. So I realized that was in fact the wrong tone. But why do we need to back at Halloween?
Because he makes such a good Halloween prop.
Prop?
Yeah. We can use them to hand out candy and scare little children.
But that's my job every year. Last year I had Goliath out on my arm and all the kids were like, "Oh my god, it's a rat!" All the parents were like, "Oh my god, it's a rat!" It was great.
Last year we had Demona, and there was like the little kids. It was like 50-50 they were like
That's
fascinated.
between you two.
Whether
You
they
gotta
were,
choose, me or him.
oh boy, whether they were fascinated or terrified, and we scared the crap out of like half a dozen high schoolers. It
Nice.
was great.
Foxy Loxy. I might adopt that. Okay, so we're gonna click through this because you guys are in for it. When we left off, Rogith, you heard a voice basically stating, "There's no reason to keep hidden from you now." In your head.
Yeah.
How do you respond?
I let my party know that I think we are in for trouble here.
What?
I just had a voice in my head state that
Master
no use
Floof,
in
what
hiding
kind
for
of
us.
trouble? What kind of trouble? Oh boy, protect the boy. And you watch as Indy just kind of circles the boy and sits on him. Again. I will protect.
Good boy, Indiana.
He doesn't eat much, Twiz. He's really easy to take care of, and he's really good with computers and video games, and he can DM on command.
You sexy beast.
You know, I can even give Jimmy a run for his money at being a bedroom goblin.
I don't want to know.
If you have to ask.
I don't want to know. I'm not asking. Quite the opposite.
All right, so, but wait, wait. Okay. Oh, he said good boy. I am the good boy, and you watch Indy's tail just go off. Alright, Rogith just told you there's a voice and stuff and things.
Hey Twiz, what about two housewives?
I'm standing at the crossroads looking.
Okay, you see hallways to the right and left. You see the map in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you alright?
No! How?
Congratulations, you just sold yourself.
Yup, I'm okay with this.
Thanks for leaving me.
I said two!
He already has one. 1 plus 1 is 2.
Huh?
Allie.
She's a moneymaker. She's not a housewife.
She's kind of both. Where is my wifey anyway?
I think she's at work.
Or sleeping.
No, I thought she had it off.
So what do I see?
Oh,
Anyway.
sleeping.
Called it.
Sleeping. Okay, let me put my glasses back on so I can see the map. You can see there's no doors
Okay.
on those rooms to the east and west.
Okay.
We're just going to call that north, south, west, east just for shiggles for the moment. And yeah, there's no doors on there. They're just openings. And currently... Aww. I feel like I just got verbal head pats.
Right.
Ow.
Ow.
Do that again.
So
Wait. Are you talking about you bouncing again, or are you wanting me to choke again?
Well, when you choked, you bounced. Like, I don't want you to die, but it was kind of worth it. Yeah, so Rogith, you hear that voice, and then it goes silent. So William, you have the gold stone. Rogith, you have the green stone. And the red and the blue stones are still sitting there.
and Carissa, you were informed of what happened when he picked up the yellow stone.
I am too smart to be distracted with mere shininess. Nice try, though. Say that one more time, Thaco. I apologize.
It wasn't you. It was Dark.
Yeah, and obviously I pass that information along to you.
Hmm.
In that case, I am going to hesitantly pick up the blue gem.
Okay. You have a blue gem.
Do I feel anything?
You no longer feel the overwhelming sense of curiosity.
And I'm just going to look at my shoulder and go ahead, Erebus.
And Erebus flies down and picks up the red gem. Oh, I can speak again. This is wonderful. I need to get her accent down because it keeps going between British, Australian, Indian, and God knows what else. She's not addressed enough to bother with her voice.
All I can think of is the British intimate product commercial.
Huh?
I'll have to show it to you afterwards. Joe knows what I'm talking about. Excellent note last night.
Guys, I'm not okay anymore.
I'll show you after.
Uncomfortable.
Pokemon Killer, this would be our resident local game shop owner. That one.
No, you were pointing at me. I was being a smartass. Love
I
you.
know.
Okay.
A smartass in my campaigns? Never.
Not ever.
Double Dang Games. This is one of the owners of Double Dang Games. His name is Ben.
He's a cool guy.
I am Ben.
He has a beard, so we put up with him.
Fair enough.
His beard is better than Twisted's.
Oh!
Yes.
I have to say, I would vote Twizz's is better just because, like, he combs it every day and beard oils it.
Twizz's is neither, that's true.
Ooh.
Sorry, Ben.
Yeah,
She has a
no.
fair
It's okay. Mine's more manly, not being oiled and fluffed.
No,
and
no, like,
coiffured and.
no, Twizz's is like Norse god level, and you're like demigod. Aspiring demigod.
Oh.
No,
Yeah, that
Twizz's
is such
is
a
a
load of
solid
crap.
9.8 out of 10,
That
and
is
yours
such a
is
load of
like
crap.
an 8.5.
It was a nice
Twiz, you and I
full
know the
solid
truth.
back
We
then.
beard bond, so you know. Come on. Twiz and I know the truth.
All right, moving forward.
No.
Get over it. The DM has spoken. And players respond as players do. Although Thaco's got you guys beat with the ponytail. I think his is longer.
I think I'm gonna cut mine off.
Okay. Rogat, that voice disappears. Erebus picks up the redstone. And all of a sudden, you hear Erebus' alarmed voice in your head, Thaco. She goes, I can't set it back down.
Oh, of course.
And you watch as her claws open, and the gem stays stuck to them.
We'll keep an eye on that.
Well, that's a helpful response. I just told you I can't get it out of my claw.
It's not causing any damage right now, is it?
It adds 10 pounds.
It's a 10-pound gem? That thing's got to
Holy crap!
this.
She was being sarcastic. You know, like girls say the camera adds 10 pounds. I'm pretty sure this one adds like 40.
The gemstone adds like 10 pounds. Come on now.
Yes, but it matches your eyes, so we're okay.
I am going to unlimber my shield and
No,
hammer.
that was back though.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Rogat. You have my full attention at the moment.
Where is she?
Hey, Orcs.
And,
Welcome back to the stream.
Do I sense the darkness or evil wafting coming closer?
You don't. All you can tell is that it is coming from the north. Hey, Orcs. Corner Druid is alive and well. He
Hey,
is
Orcs.
outside getting some, well, not sun at the moment due to the time, but he's enjoying himself outside. You still feel the evil. It feels veiled or muted, but it is in fact still there to the north.
I will pass the information along to the head of the party.
Okay.
Well, I think at this point in time, there's no need to hide then.
Mm-hmm.
And you go for it. Rogith, you hear in your head after Eric says that, well, he is right. The only way to get out now is to complete my trial. After all, I want out of here just as bad as you do.
What?
Come closer. I'll show you what I mean.
I am going to relay that information to the rest of the party as well.
I am going to go left.
You're going to go left?
Yep.
Okay, Eric goes left. If you guys have minis, now would be the time.
Oh my gosh!
Quickly. What?
Hatsume.
Good possibility.
That's the voice.
Yeah, good possibility.
Hatsume.
I'm trying to remember who that is.
Support course girl, pink hair.
Oh, thank you. Well, he was right. Alright, where did you put Eric? I see him.
We'll probably need... Do you have your minis on you?
Otherwise, just use a D4. Ben's face is great when you do that. Thank you for the cheers, David. For the beards.
For the beards.
No, I will use the closest thing I have to Parisa that I can.
Okay.
I need to find a Silvari STL.
For the record,
Dom has said he's been trying to find too.
For the record, these are 5-foot squares. Thaco, can you please take a picture of the map and send it to either group chat or Rogith directly? And then,
Are we uncovering any more of the map? Slide here.
yeah, go ahead and uncover the whole thing. And Eric, as you decide to go left, you can now see more of a hallway opens up to the north in front of you. And none of these rooms have doors on them. It's just openings. Well, keep coming on in then. Don't keep me waiting.
I have a bad feeling about this.
It's too late to back out now. And you even brought me snacks if you fail. Children are the most delicious.
Kelpie?
Right.
I mean, swamp. Yeah, Kelpie. That look I'm getting from the DM says I'm probably not wrong.
I'm going to continue on down the hallway to see what's down there.
Towards the north?
To the left.
To the left? You go to the left,
Yeah,
and it is... Why'd you go left? And in the middle of the floor, to the left, there is a scroll. A rolled up scroll, which I am now going to show to chat, so my players, honor bound, do not look for a moment.
Got a hole in your leg?
Okay, and you find a rolled up scroll. Loxy, does this thing also appear in certain windmill in a fog ridden world? Krabby, you don't know. There's a rolled up scroll you find. Should you choose to touch it?
Is it on? Is it just?
It is just laying in the middle of the ground. In the middle of the floor on the ground.
Yes, I will take a look at it.
You pick it up and open it, and that is what you see, and that is the other picture you need to send Rogith.
If I choose to show everybody.
If you choose to show everyone. Rogith, you hear in your head, ooh, someone found a clue. How exciting. Maybe I won't get to eat all of you after all. Now let me out of here.
Apparently you found some sort of a clue, according to this voice.
Yeah, none of the rest of you
voice.
hear a voice. Rogith is the only one hearing this voice.
Speaking of the voice, is it feminine, masculine?
Oh, it's definitely feminine, sweetheart. You could say I'm downright fabulous.
Oh
Or
dear.
Foxy, maybe.
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
Okay. Hang on.
If you can hear me, you must be a follower of that bitch Marasa. This is wonderful.
You may want to rephrase that.
Okay, I got it.
No, I think I did it just fine.
What?
Do you mind?
Oh. Chip.
Tick tock, tick tock. Don't take too long, or you'll be in here with me forever.
This doesn't sound.
We can't hear her.
Yeah, Rogath is the only one who can hear this voice.
I know. I'm just.
I'm going to relay as much as I can, you know, as I hear the voice,
Okay.
so that they're in the loop still.
With nails on.
Let's see here.
Paris is playing around with it right now.
Okay.
Okay.
So you did show the rest of the group, correct? All that fun stuff?
Mm-hmm. Anything else in this room?
Tammin goes, what's going on? And why is everyone acting creepy? I want to go home now.
Well, we need to make sure there is nothing here that can cause your home to be in danger. The reason
Wait.
we're acting creepy, as you so eloquently put it, is because we don't want anything sneaking up on us.
What's eloquently? Eloquently.
It's,
Yeah, what's eloquently?
It's a very big word.
Yeah, it is. What does it mean?
You have to understand syntax and context. When you grow up, it'll make sense.
My mama wouldn't like you. And you watch as Indy begins to explain exactly what eloquently means.
Smart dog.
Anything else in this room?
There
I'm
is
going
nothing
to-
else in this room.
Okay. No dust. No dirt. No nothing.
Dirt floor, dirt walls, dirt ceiling. From the ceiling to the wall, very little dust will fall.
Mm-hmm.
William, what are you doing in the midst of this?
Paris is playing around with the scroll that I
It
found
is
on
in
the
a
floor.
language none of you recognize. Did you all get a chance to see it?
Oh, sorry.
Just, you don't want to verify that.
If it's a language my character doesn't recognize, it's kind of
A moot point?
immaterial. Yes, moot.
I'm assuming the 4 symbols at the top are the key.
Did you already figure it out? I like that one. Are you all just gonna stand there, or are you gonna come play?
May I see?
Better yet, you should just set down
That's
those
what I got so
stones and
far.
leave. Oh wait, you can't. Me oh my, this is so much fun. Who do I eat first?
See, we have left, right, and forward and back. Right?
Correct. Eric went and explored the room to the left. There is a hall to the right, and there is a hall to the north. And Eric, you can kind of see what looks like a pedestal or altar from the crossroads, I believe, if your torch is shedding 20 feet of light.
Mm-hmm. And what do I see to my right at the crossroads?
It's another hall, and it looks like it's almost an identical room to the left as far as it's just dirt floor and ceilings from what you can tell.
Well, I will check out that room too. While Paris is playing with the paperwork,
Okay.
I'm going to go check out that other room.
That room is empty. It is completely empty.
There are no footprints, nothing.
It is just empty. Actually, roll me an investigation. 19. You see what looks like a little bit of dried blood on the floor in that room, but it looks very, very old.
Okay.
Can I see that paper one more time? I'm going to show chat one more time real quick.
I mean, I wrote on the paper.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
She wants to see how well you did.
Mm-hmm. I think I might have something tweaked. But I think I'm close.
You are...
Can I roll a riddle for a hint?
And intelligence.
Okay. So chat, that's what the party has so far. Yeah. There you go. Go ahead and roll me a riddle. 15.
Mm-hmm.
You believe you're on the right track. You know, in most of the languages you know, there are in fact 26 letters, and there are 26 symbols. If you look at the top row, you're not entirely sure you have all the letters in the right place, but you're pretty certain it has something to do with directions and colors.
Okay.
Here it comes. Everybody roll me perception.
Ooh.
Oh, what's that face for?
I cannot roll higher. 26. Nat 20.
Good night, Joe. Anybody else?
21.
Eric?
16.
I mean, after the 26, there really isn't a point in anyone else needing to roll. Just to...
Okay, I see what I did. So... should be...
Smart girl. I love you. Have a good night. I love you. I love you too. Get some sleep. Okay. Good night, baby. You're good. You're good. I love you. Get some sleep. Night, Dad. No. And Parisa, you realize that the ground is beginning to become muddy. And then wet.
Hold on.
And Tammin stands up quickly. It's getting, we're gonna drown down
Just
here.
Relax.
I can't relax. I don't want to die.
You're not going to die, young one.
Of course he is. I'm going to eat him.
The Shrub Lady Homewrecker got a 10 on her next roll.
Wait, what?
There's a function in here that they can make a roll for any player that they name. He named the Shrub Lady Homewrecker.
Well, at least I'm comfortable in the idea that I'm quite certain that doesn't mean William.
No, that is definitely not William.
Yeah.
That was great.
That was a good one, Rogan.
Okay.
There is, in fact. Oh, thank you for the sub,
Hi, Aurora.
Aurora. All the love.
One
Such
more and you get a
loyalty.
diamond. One more month and you get a diamond next to your icon.
Woot.
I have a question for the DM.
Answer.
Is the first character and the second to last character
It is possible that I made a mistake.
supposed to have dots in them. Because otherwise it would read north red, south green, east blue, west
Yes,
gold.
I missed dots.
Okay.
Damn it.
So,
And what is the answer that you came up with, Parisa?
hold on.
Sneaky floof?
Sneaky fluke.
So, north red.
Oh!
Oh!
You rolled me a 1.
Oh, that hurt.
Ooh, yeah.
And Parisa will immediately start saying this out loud. Whoever has red, go north.
Erebus heads north down the hallway, and he goes, there's pedestals in here that have indents. Eric, you must tell the others.
Mm-hmm. Ah, you're starting to find it.
I'm gonna try to. I gotta curve my tongue at such an awkward angle to use. Shut up. To use the accent that I want for her.
Whoever has blue, stay to the south. I think that was me. Yes, that was me.
Mm-hmm.
Rogath, you had green, correct?
Yes.
Oh, it says glad, not gold.
Whoops.
I love you.
Somebody was bad at spelling with their runes.
It's harder than it looks, you guys.
Whoever has green, go to the west. And
Before we do this, it would probably be wise to check the room to see what may or may not happen.
oh, yeah.
Congratulations on being intelligent, but now we have to be wise.
In your head, you hear Erebus' voice. Don't mind him. He gets better, I promise.
So I guess we need to go to the room to the north.
I will make my way to the north, and I would like to investigate the pedestals, the walls, the floor. I will have William scan the lantern at the ceiling. I want to see if there are anything in this room that might indicate troubles.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation at advantage. And one of those is a 1.
No,
No?
both of them are 1s.
Oh no.
Wait, did you just roll 2 ones? Or-
He had a 1, and the first die to hit the table was a 1.
Oh. Whoops.
Ouch.
You gotta open the shutter on the lantern. I'm just throwing that out there.
I asked you to shine it on the ceiling.
You know, I gave it to you. You know, I got a torch back here.
Eric, you go to investigate this room, and you are distracted by the amount of water that is now rising up to your ankles.
I do have a passive of 13.
Okay. You seem to be very much distracted by the water rising around your ankles. You do, however, notice that there are 4 pedestals. There is a compass rose in the center of the floor in between the pedestals, pointing north, south, west, east, respectively. There are divots in the top of them that appear to be the size and shape of the gems you all have. And in the center of the compass rose, there is what looks like a rudely sketched angry woman in a cage. Hang on, I think I can draw this without it being too bad.
What does the woman look like?
Hold on. I would like to start this off with a disclaimer that I am not in any way, shape, or form artistic.
Can you draw a 30-gallon raccoon?
I cannot.
Big damn raccoon.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still have the sticky note gabs for that?
I do.
Somewhere.
It looks, no judging my art, because I will tell you now, I cannot draw. But it looks like that.
Dang, she got legs all the way to the ground.
Those aren't legs! She's wearing a dress or a shift.
Every day like Dave.
It's a curvy chemise.
We'll just assume her legs still go all the way to the ground. You know, I mean,
It's a curvy chemise. I hate you all. I said no laughing. And I was trying to let you guys know what it looks like.
so it's more like a curdle. Hi. It wouldn't be a Hopeland.
That was painful. It. See, it's an angry lady in a cage.
Does she look human? Does she look
It's rudely
inhuman?
It's rudely sketched. That's literally all you see is what I drew.
Did you do this, Talon?
I'm sorry, what?
Guessing no on that one.
Well, if we're going to be putting a bunch of gems in
There you go.
pedestals, right, I would suggest everybody get their weapons at the ready, because this is most likely going to get difficult.
Was I able to summon Shiryu?
You were.
Okay. Actually,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm not going to have Shiryu out. I'm going to have my quarterstaff.
Okay. The water is now halfway between your ankles and knees. And Tammin is holding tightly to Indy. And Indy is not distressed as he's like, doggy paddle, doggy paddle, doggy paddle, and he's seems excited for the rising water so he can swim. Yep, I'm a water doggo.
Must be related to the lab.
Yeah.
Or golden retriever.
Mm-hmm.
People?
So, if we're gonna do this,
Yeah, people.
I'm going to draw both my rapier and short sword.
Ooh, dual.
You pull out your short sword
That too.
and... Never mind, that does not happen. You are safe.
I am going to. Yes, I'm going to cast
You're gonna cast...
Divine Shield on myself.
Okay. You are able to. Magic Burst. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-da-da.
Magic burst. When everything goes sideways because you can't spell.
Ooh. 9,979.
Oh, so
I was
close.
so hoping it was going to be like 9999.
9,979. Yeah? Right. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I got my backup character ready.
Well, it's been a good run, guys.
I know who, if Eric dies, I know who my next character I'll play is.
I know who I'm playing.
Who?
Tang, tang, tang.
I know who I'm playing.
Who?
Toss a coin to the church.
You're going to play Gerald?
Yes! No.
Yes. No.
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 Sad.
Hmm.
That'd be fun. A fun character to play. But no.
Actually,
Oh, water
I
becomes
did.
lava.
Just scared.
Okay.
No. All right. So.
My dwarf.
Hey, wait.
I tried to take one for the team there, David.
All right. So, how are you guys proceeding? William, you were gonna say something?
No, not really. Not at this point. I am.
If you drown, I eat you. If you get to leave, so do I. I win no matter what. I can't wait to show you all my playmates.
I'll reach that one.
Quit looking at me like that. It's creepy. It's a villain. lady. She looks a little green.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is called a cheap shot.
Robith, again, you're the only one who can hear this.
And like I said, I'm relaying the info as it's coming.
Okay, so as she speaks, Rogith is relaying what is said.
Okay. So, any revelations?
If she leaves, it'll be into the bosom of Arasa.
Nope, I did not see anything that indicated immediate danger. I just, as I said, I would say draw weapons before we do this and be ready for whatever happens.
Probably gonna release whatever this is. This is gonna be fun.
I am going to hand you back your lantern.
Okay.
And then I am going to fade back into the shadows.
Okay, roll me a stealth.
You know, Krabby, that's a very possible...
I can roll amazing for that, but I can't roll well for anything else.
You're saving
You could try
26.
You're
You
saving
could try a charisma save on the DM. At advantage. At double advantage.
Sucker-fishing a minute here. I rolled a
We
26.
can work with that.
I rolled a 26.
You got a 13 for your next roll.
For my next roll, I have a
For
13.
Sneaky Floof.
Yay, Sneaky Floof got a 13.
I love it.
Better
That,
than
like
mine.
that's gonna become your next nickname is Sneaky Floof. Alright. Okay, Eric seems to disappear into the shadows. Even, let's see if that's true. Erebus even seems confused as to where he has disappeared to. Blah, 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 blah.
I will let her know. I am just waiting.
Rogith,
Yes.
what do you plan on... Okay, actually all of you, the rest of you, how do you proceed?
1, 2, 3, press.
Erebus is hovering above the north pedestal with the red stone above the indent.
And
There
then
was no...
Where was the picture that was on the...
The compass rose is on the floor in the center of all the pedestals.
Okay, in the picture of the
Is in the
lady-
center of the compass rose.
You know
Okay.
what? I'll take the 15, Krabby. That's fine. Probably better than I would roll.
Husband stealer.
Gold is east, correct?
North, south, west, east.
Yeah.
East gold.
Yeah. Okay.
West green.
So, yep.
So
I'll be to.
you
I'm
had
south. Yep.
blue, green.
I'm hiding in the shadows.
sorry.
Put me in the southwest corner.
Okay.
The water level is now above most of your
You can use
kneecaps.
those.
All right. Then let us.
Almost time to doggy paddle. Oh boy. Oh boy. I remember the last time, but I didn't get to doggy paddle because I was a statue.
Okay. So they are all in their positions.
Okay. Wait, okay. Sorry.
All right.
There's a lot of voices in your head when you're DMing.
Where do we got the kid?
Yeah, where do you guys want Tammin?
Him and Indy back in the hallway, I think.
Maybe around the corner, out of direct in case,
Sure, why not?
because this thing's gonna make a run for it. So.
And I think
I'll stay with the boy.
I
Yeah.
think we should give him a very simple command.
Yeah.
If it gets ugly, run.
Okay.
I'm talking to Tammin, not you. You're gonna turn into a statue soon.
Aww.
Oh.
Poor baby. Sneaky Floof is mean.
Kasuma has a 9.
Okay.
Alright. And for sake of argument and the DM's sanity, roll initiative.
Okay, my initiative is a 9 plus 1.
Okay.
13. Okay.
I'm sorry,
Can
was
I-
there something you wanted
Can
to
I
say
do?
before that?
Yeah, if
Yeah.
I can.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna drop protection from evil on the kid
Okay.
and bless, and I'm gonna bless Rogoth and Eric and Parisa.
Oh.
That's a D4 on saving checks and whatnot?
Saving throws, attack rolls. Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Oh, crap. I
How?
rolled a 17, but I have a 10 from crabbing.
I thought you had a 15 from crabbing. Yes, you have a 15 from crabbing.
Yes, but I had a 10 first, and I haven't used it.
Oh, yeah, from way back when.
Yeah.
Parisa.
Okay. So let's drop.
16 instead of 23.
Eric.
Sneaky Floof got a 22.
Jesus.
I am putting you down as Sneaky Floof.
Okay.
And Cuthbert.
18.
Not bad. And Rogoth.
Because of the 9, 13.
Alright, so we have Sneaky Floof going first, followed by, but I'm not gonna toss you guys in initiative order just yet. That just is for my peace of mind. Okay, how am I gonna do this? I'm gonna do it like that. Alright. Water levels rising. You guys are in position with the gems, yes?
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
how would you like to proceed?
Was it 1, 2, 3, or are we doing it by the note?
I would say just 1, 2, 3 and do it all together.
All right.
Alright. You guys count off 1, 2, 3.
Wait, on 3 or after 3?
Oh my gosh! You're hiding. Shush.
Comes the voice out of the darkness.
Wait, on 3 or
You're not a part of this. Go away.
3 other people. Shut up!
Oh no, 4. Aaron has to do it too.
Yeah, oh yeah. Shut up! Stay hidden. Jeez.
All of you put the gems in, and Eric, from where you are, you can see there's that split second in between when each of them put the gems in, and when each gem slaps down, you watch as one of the bars on the etching goes. And then from the floor begins to rise what looks like the most beautiful and terrible looking woman you have ever seen. Her skin is gray-green in color. Her hair looks like it's alternating vines and strips of seaweed. She has jagged teeth, and it seems as if water is coalescing and dripping from her as she begins to stand. Eric, you are top of the initiative order.
Do I recognize what I'm seeing?
Please hold that thought.
Because of my penchant for my enemies.
Oh shoot! No, you don't.
Okay. That's fine.
Cool.
That's fine.
She said with relish.
And we have
And
been
abandon.
we have been apprised of all of the taunts and such.
Yes. Rogoth has been saying such,
Then-
and now that she is rising from the floor, you all hear in your head, "Thank you for freeing me. Now I can eat you and leave."
As she is rising from the diagram, I am wasting no time whatsoever as I launch forward all DBZ/Naruto style, just and I'm going to. I'm aiming straight for her throat.
Roll to hit.
That's not as good as I wanted. We will say that is a 15.
A 15.
Yep.
Tie goes to the defender.
That's alright, I have a second weapon.
Yeah, you do.
And that is a 14.
Wait a minute. You're blessed.
Shoot. Yeah. So for the first one, I rolled a 16.
Oh, that's not nice at all. That hits me. Krabby, sit down.
Oh. Thank you, Krabby.
That will be an 8 points of damage.
And damage type? Slashing?
Yeah.
I got chills.
And the other one, and the other one misses.
And the other one what?
Misses.
And it's
Oh, the first
It's
one.
electrified.
The first one hits.
I hope his guess is electrified.
if I'm unlucky.
Wait.
Add 5 more damage.
Okay. I'm sorry, how does your flatulence and lightning come into the same sentence?
If you've got thunderclouds and the particles are bumping together, it creates static, and that static can discharge. We're in the middle of a combat. Lightning bolt. I cast lightning blast. Aiming for the crappie. The kelpie. What did I say? I don't get it.
There goes my
Add 5 more damage to that because sneak attack.
You know, you've had your character long and... Kidding.
And shoculence.
Oh my god.
Shocking flatulence.
Yeah, I caught that.
Shoculence.
Oh my gosh. Okay. That'll happens, and... Perfect.
And that is 5, 10, 15 feet. I am then going to back right back up into the corner.
Okay, because she can't AoE you because you're a sneaky little twat waffle.
I ran in and went. Whoop. I'm doing my best Ali impersonation here. Sting like a something and run away like a something.
Oh, you guys.
Once again, with feeling.
Okay, who slipped something in their drinks? Because our dour, people are smiling and laughing and having fun.
Because I have shoculence.
No, so I...
And my brain's hearing is
has-
putting in succulents, and all I can picture is like a dwarf farting like little succulent plants and aloe leaves.
Funny you should mention a dwarf, but the shoculence has an effervescent effect on the brain.
We're just gonna move forward.
I've got a dwarf.
Oh, Star Coast to Mother Mesa. Cuthbert, you're up.
Alright, so this thing has now arisen from the floor. I watched my buddy Eric go up there and
Yep.
So let's take in, we've got blessing, that is a concentration going. Let's
Oh no. Oh no.
let
See
Did you really?
No.
what, shoculence?
Yep.
So
I just had a thought.
Oh, no. Okay.
I can't tell you right now.
you know what? Let's take in. Okay, so we've got the bad guy. God, I hate using
Carissa, you're
dice
on
for
deck.
this.
Grab me the mini box.
All right. So well,
Sorry, what?
But it's so much fun watching his reaction.
I'm watching me twitch.
She's ugly enough.
All right, good, perfect. Thank you.
I'm glad he was looking at the mini and not me. Because for a split second,
He was
I
kind of
like,
looking at me, so all right. So
better
here-
you than me.
I hope I'm an ugly lady. Okay. That sounded really strange. So let's take and drop with a bonus action. Let's drop a spiritual weapon right here in front of that scrag and smack her.
That succulence.
That's right. So That's an 18 total to hit with the spiritual weapon. 8-sider.
18 does hit.
Alrighty.
What's it, Paco?
Nice. And we have a total of 7 points of force damage.
Okay.
And then I would like to move up and swing with my... Now, how do you work flanking? If I'm on the other side of this thing with my spiritual weapon on the other side, do I get flanking? I'm guessing not.
I would say no, just because it's not a sentient threat.
That makes perfect sense. Okay,
No,
so I'm just going to run up beside
Now,
it.
if you had Indy on the other side, I would say yes, because sentience. That's
If you so
that would
desire.
be.
Ooh.
If you so desire.
Let's.
Okay.
Oh!
PQRS.
Next turn. Okay, so.
They're
then
thinking. Make them stop.
I'm going to take and swing with my mace.
Okay?
Yeah, that's good. 23 to hit.
That hits.
And
This
we
time.
are going to whack this lady in the chops for 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
In the name of Hylor, be gone, foul creature.
When you say hi, Laura, you watch this flash of disgust cross her face.
Good. Good. I'll spit at her too.
And the game stops, and you watch as some guards strode in and tell you that is considered assault, and that is not part of the scene, and you are handcuffed.
I just smacked her in the face with a freaking mace, and that ain't assault?
That was within the bounds of combat.
But spitting is? Oh my god, it's horrible. Okay.
Sorry, you're good. Go ahead.
Alright, that's it for my turn. I'm good. Next! My bonus action and action.
Yes, you did. Parisa, you're up. Rogith, you are on deck.
For this turn.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
I stuck with both of my sticks. I'm spent too.
Okay.
Go for it, Melons.
I'm sorry, what? I heard go wear nylons, and I know that's not what you said.
No, I was talking to Parisa.
So
What'd you say?
Go for it.
Okay, I heard go wear nylons. So you must have said something else.
didn't say that.
I'm going to. So I have my quarterstaff out,
Yep.
and I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Shillelagh. So it is now using my wisdom modifier instead of my strength modifier, because my strength modifier is a -1.
Nice. I'm sorry, what?
Nice.
Oh.
And then,
No, and then.
I'm going to question.
Answer.
So a quarterstaff is a versatile weapon.
Yes.
So if I two-hand it, it becomes a D8.
Correct.
However,
Mm-hmm.
with Shillelagh, it makes the attack a D8.
Correct.
One-handed. So would that then make two-handing it a D10?
If you go rules as written, no.
Oh, that was a strong reaction.
Which is funny coming from someone who uses raw way more than I do.
Only to disparage it.
Miss DM,
Bring it closer.
how would you so rule it?
Because you're pretty and you listen to me, you can be it can be a D10.
So I'm using the 15 that Krabby rolled for me.
Behold, my non-bearded beauty. Come with me and we will rule this land.
Wait, what?
Sorry, I don't know.
Smack
I
it.
realized I
Smack
was
it.
tired
Okay.
and that just happened.
Smack that kelpie.
Yeah, that's a
Not a kelpie.
21 to hit.
That is a hit.
It's a kelpie.
Maybe it's a sulky.
D10. Really?
Truly. Madly deeply.
That would.
If you're
Forsoothly.
angry, does that mean you're a savage garden?
That's 5 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
Oh god.
It's just looking at
Sure, look that way. Now look this way. Did you turn over a new leaf?
Oh, that was painful.
I'm sorry,
I have bowel distress now.
You did that wrong. Go like this.
No.
Then go like this.
I'm enjoying my puns. You know what? I will do that. Chat, if you can come up with a fun Loxley pun, I will give 100 dragon scales for my personal hoard to whoever comes up with the best Loxley pun. That is clean-ish.
That is transmission appropriate.
Yeah, let's keep it
I don't think
PG-13-ish.
the FCC getting on me. So what's happening after
And
she...
Krabby's in the lead.
And what happens after she smacks her?
I took that damage. Anything else out of you, Parisa?
Nope, that's it for me.
Alright. After Parisa's turn and before Roget's,
It's only
we
two
have...
damage.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
No, go ahead.
We're discussing mechanics.
Okay. I just want to make sure it wasn't something I missed.
Nope, sorry, I was just checking.
There is pieces of her hair raise up and strike out at who's nearest to her directionally.
Oh, crap, I would have had to move. Sorry.
One of the two of them.
Hello.
Parisa, odd, or even.
Oh, sure.
Choose or I'll choose for you.
Odd.
Sure, you get a choice. I see how it is.
It is odd, so it's striking even. Yeah.
See, you had
We
said
knew how
anything.
that was going to
No,
go,
if you
right?
had said anything.
No,
Roll
I'm
me
just
a
saying crap
wisdom
all along.
save.
A wisdom save.
A
All right.
wisdom save.
My wisdom save is a whopping 10.
Oof. That does, in fact, fail.
Big oof.
Okay.
And one of her pieces of hair strike out at you, and right before it hits you, it narrows to a point like a thorn would, and you take 3 points of piercing damage and 5 points of poison damage.
So a grand total of 8.
And that piece of her hair is stuck in you.
She's year of the hair.
Oh me, oh my, I
That's-
would never.
That's highly
That's
inappropriate.
the boy. Okay, never mind.
It's not very neighborly and highly inappropriate. Where's the assault charge on this lady? Huh?
I know, right?
That's biased. That's
Oh,
favoritism.
what pretty silver hair you have.
Alright, Roget, it is now your turn.
High lore followers like
Alright, well, I am going to swing at this witch.
that was the deep.
I'm separating you two next game. Actually, I'm enjoying this.
I'd have
Go for it.
I'm probably moving up. Is there a way I can flank her?
Roget wants to know if there's a way he can flank her.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to move up and flank her and then strike.
Flank and spank away, babe.
Okay. Well, that first one
Huh?
better.
And I could technically move.
18. So it'd be a dirty 20.
No, I'm saying I could move to you.
Say that one more time, I'm sorry.
Not a problem. Dirty 20.
Perfect.
Listen,
That's
these are
it.
20. All right.
Roll your damage.
I.
Oh god.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay, I better turn on so I'm missing stuff.
That would be 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Perfect. Alright.
It's
Anything else
Frankenstein,
on you?
and I helped.
Anything else on you, Roget?
Yeah, I think for my bonus action. Oh shoot, I don't think I can do that. No, nothing for yeah, no.
Okay, perfect. Rogith, after your turn and before hers, a second hair tendril strikes out. Who's
You have
near
a choice of 3.
of 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, and Rogith is 5, 6. What is it?
On the floor.
Okay, what was it?
The number on top.
I turned it, whatever. 6. Helpful. Rogith
Yes.
is striking out at you. Roll me a wisdom save, please.
Wisdom save. Let's see, let's add that to that. Oh, well, that I like that. That's the 23.
Holy crap, you make it.
Show off.
The hair strikes out at you, and you watch as Rogith just goes, and it just meow. It's almost as if the hair tendril is repelled.
By his glory.
By
That's for
his
calling my
glorious-
goddess a bitch.
Yes. Woo! Sorry, he used his good voice. And it is this thing's turn.
So much better than your shittier one. You know,
As she reaches her hand inside one of her, she's got kind of like this gauzy, filmy gown on it. She just literally reaches in the sleeve where there's nothing and pulls out a short sword that looks like a piece of hardened seaweed.
I need to learn that trick.
It looks like petrified water leaf. I mean...
I mean, that's accurate.
It is very accurate.
That is exactly what it is, you know.
I don't even know what I meant with that one.
We're running with it.
We knew.
Okay, petrified water leaf sword. Got it. And she is striking out at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. Rogith again.
All right, Rogith, you got this.
And that is a 19 to hit. Does that strike you?
That does not strike me.
That does not strike me. And she slashes again. This time at Parisa, and it strikes you solid, and something happens that has never happened to you before. One of the flowers in your hair shifts over, and her sword deflects off it. Alright. And Sneaky Floof, you are up unless you want Erebus to do something. I forgot to have her act on your turn.
I'm going to keep her out of this.
Okay, Sneaky Floof is up, followed by Cuthbert.
Actually, no. I'm going to have her... Do I want to roll initiative for her?
No, she can act on your initiative. Unless you want to put her in initiative order. That is up to you right now. Until we get her more squared away.
No, I think I'll keep her out of it because of how this situation is. It'll work best. I am going to run forward,
Okay?
and I'm going to get opposite Parisa.
Okay, so she's flankenzied. Flankenzy!
I can go through her still. Even with difficult terrain, I can go
I
through
mean,
her.
it's only 25 anyways.
Yeah.
Good.
And that's counting.
And I am going to swing
Yeah.
with 9, 12, and 6 is 18 to hit.
That is a hit.
Doing 15 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
I'm going to swing a second time. And that one's not going to hit. And then I'm going to back away.
Okay.
Or no, I can't because that's my max. No, I can back up 5 feet.
I think Krabby's last one wins.
That's where I'm leaning, but we'll see what happens. We got some time.
Can you have Eric move back 5 feet?
Is your action?
Yep.
Cuthbert, you're up. Parisa, you're on deck.
All right, we have a nat 20 in the pool, do we not?
We do. What are you doing?
I would like to utilize that for guiding bolt.
You're welcome.
And
Sure, go ahead.
oh,
That was a nice roll.
so 41.
So I get
41 radiant damage. And this little
And
Ooh.
fireball.
and this lady is lit up like Christmas
41 points of radiant damage.
40. Yeah. Hold on.
Just missed the fireball.
All right. Don't twist. All right.
Oh shoot! I could have used that one.
And that is not a fireball.
Thank goodness.
We're standing in knee-deep water. I mean,
Yeah,
Tree person.
the water has ceased to rise.
yeah, but if you
Once
just hit
she
the
was
deck, you'll be
released.
underwater.
Good.
It should mitigate a lot of the damage.
So 41.
Yep.
I mean, it saved Laura many
She
times.
looks very displeased by that and yells, "Oh, that wasn't nice at all. Time for me to quit playing fair."
And next attack has advantage because she lit up like a Christmas tree. I can use my bonus action to use spiritual weapon.
That's gonna hit.
Ooh, that's good. So we've got 23 to hit for 5 points of force damage.
5 points of force damage.
5 points of force damage.
You guys are doing a lot better than me. I don't have any magical weapons.
All right. Anything else, or is that quite enough out of you?
Oh, yeah, I'm done.
Parisa, you're up.
Okay.
Rogus, you're on deck after a legendary action or a lair action. Sorry.
Yep.
Swinging at her again, two-handedly.
Roll to hit.
That's gonna hit, and I'm gonna roll my d4, so it can hit more. 24 to hit.
That is a hit.
There's
Wait a minute. 24 to hit. Oh, never mind. You're good.
for 5 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Lame.
Anything else?
I do. Wait.
Oh, jeez.
If you give me the plus 10, I get
I am really enjoying these
I
Loxley
get a plus-
puns.
I get a plus 6 to my attack right now.
No, that is it.
Okay. Right before Rogus goes, one of her hair tendrils lash out towards, or Eric is out of 5 foot range, correct?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 again, Rogus. As her hair tendril lashes at you for a nat 20. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
4, 5, 6.
Ouch.
7 piercing damage
Okay.
and 10 poison damage.
Minus 10. All right. Well.
Alright. Anything else out of you, Rogus? Or wait, no, sorry, Rogus, it's your turn now.
I was gonna say. I was waiting for.
My brain shorted out for a second, but we're good now. Nothing a little coffee can't fix. Naturally.
All right. Well,
Natural tree.
that was
Natural
naughty.
Is it a novelty natural tree, though?
I am going to swing at her
What
again.
recipe is it?
Okay.
That
I know who that was on the other side. I'll explain after.
Okay.
17 to hit.
That is a hit.
All right.
Krabby, you're having way too much fun with that.
7,
Oh.
8, 9,
It's a good quote.
Well,
That'll be another 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
nice. She is looking very, very, very hurt.
And as a bonus action, I am going to
Can't drink anymore.
cast the Thunder Smite onto my weapon.
Okay.
I have to say that's probably one of my favorite quotes.
I got some good ones.
Alrighty. After Rogoth and before the creature, Hair Tundra lashes out at Parisa.
Is that a physical attack or is that just a...
Yes.
Okay.
There it is,
Well,
Krabby.
yes and no. It's technically. I'll explain after stream. Is that cool?
Yeah, I was just wondering if it would trigger my Sentinel.
Ooh. Damn it. Give me the wording on Sentinel.
Let's see.
That's going to be wording dependent. Because I want to say yes, but it's
When
potentially
every
no.
PHB pops out.
You want me to read it?
Please.
When
You've mastered techniques, take advantage of every drop, and enemy's guard gaining following benefits. When you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, creature's speed becomes 0 for the rest of the turn. Creatures provoke opportunity attacks from you, even if they take the disengage action before leaving your reach. When a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, and that target doesn't have this feat, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the attacking creature.
Yep, Sentinel triggers.
all right. Do we have any nat 20s on the table?
No.
Okay. And I will try to roll for one.
Oh,
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Really?
Look at me, I'm an amazing party. I'm gonna beat up the wet plant lady with my sword. Nah.
So my honey is witness.
Bolt and spiritual
Oh my god!
So you rolled.
Nice.
She didn't say much.
Grats.
I'm okay.
I'm gonna crit the plant lady with my reaction.
He rolled a crit.
All right, so that's
Freaking paladins.
Or he's
That's
dead,
what-
so you can't.
Give me the damage, Rogoth.
hang on, I'm adding it up
That's okay.
because the smite thing was on there.
Oh my god, yes it was. Scheiße,
Yes! Which smite?
Thunderous.
Thunder smite.
Do divine smite too.
I hate you all.
Love you.
Yep,
Bite me.
I'm using the divine smite on top of that.
You can use divine smite with your action.
Should be able
I don't
to.
see, but I don't see why not.
Well, it's
Or can
his attack is a reaction though. It's not his
Okay,
full
I
turn.
just gotta say,
That was cool.
Is
How much damage are you doing before you supposedly add in divine smite? Because you probably already smoked this hussy.
when
just
you
to be
hit a
clear.
creature with a melee weapon,
let's see,
attack,
that
you can
is
expend one spell
So
slot.
it just needs to
So
be.
yeah, you could. Father, sister, brother, muffin tops.
that's, hang on a second.
Any more relatives you want to add in there?
Plus 8.
Something needs his third cousin's husband's wife's.
What does that make us?
Absolutely nothing.
Plus 3.
I'm sorry, I'm
Plus
excited when
6
other
plus
paladins get to
6.
paladin.
Okay,
Tell us how I really
so
feel, Twiz. Excited for my party, frustrated, and wondering what color I should dye my hair. That's the extent of it.
Orange.
so
No.
without the divine smite thing, it would be 36 points of damage.
36?
Yeah, that'd be without the divine smite.
And with the divine smite,
Krabby's not wrong.
With the divine smite, that would be an extra.
should I go blonde or back to my natural color?
3 plus 3 plus 8 plus 8 equals. So with that would be 58 points of damage altogether.
Gee, that sounds like a familiar.
She had 58 hit points left, you bastard.
Like exact kill.
On a reaction.
Oh crap! I like
Reaction.
that idea. Rose gold. That'd be really
Ooh.
different, and it'd be weird to get used to, but that would be really pretty.
DM me some
A platinum
color.
type color.
Yeah. I might do that. I'm bored enough with it. Leech traits. Who did that? Who gave leech traits? Thaco. Naughty.
I'm the one who made the trade.
As this thing melts, for lack of a better term, you hear Roguth, that's what you get for calling... Oh, okay. For speaking such to my goddess, or whatever noble thing he says. And she melts.
All right, then.
Like chocolate ice cream on a
And
hot
I need
summer day.
everyone to roll me a perception
I'm guessing she's not leaving.
as the water begins to
Oh,
drain
she
and
left.
seep back to the floor.
Just not how she wants it to go.
All right. Parisa, what'd you get?
24.
You're
Holy
awful.
crap. This dice likes me today.
11.
And Roguth?
4.
4?
24.
Oh,
crap.
24.
Oh.
I thought you said 4, and I was like, oh dear.
I feel so
And
inadequate.
Eric?
21.
Wow, do I feel inadequate.
Oh geez. Everyone except for the boy and William Cuthbert, you just out of the corner of your eye see this translucent visage of that beautiful woman in a shift disappearing.
I didn't see nothing.
You saw nothing. It's one of those, and then it's gone, but you have that fleeting image.
Wait, why is Twiz buying a jacked up pickup?
Good question.
I don't know. I missed it.
I don't know.
Because of my crossed eyes, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, gotcha. Probably.
Oh, because you said you felt inadequate.
Oh yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da. Okay.
And you jacked up pickup.
Oh my gosh.
Ain't
So
no
the
motion,
water-
no motion can fix that.
You gyrate your hips.
Doesn't help.
So we're gonna move on.
Awkward!
Garlic.
Pineapple!
Oh god.
You guys have successfully defeated this creature, and you hear, Indy. Can I come back? I recognize that smell now.
Yes.
I'm
It's
so
safe.
excited.
It's safe, and as the water drains out, I want to investigate this creature.
Okay. She melted into the water. There is literally just strands of seaweed there.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I didn't leave you much to look at.
Huh, Master Floof! Master Floof! I know what that thing was. I remember. I can smell it. I smelled it before.
What is a boy?
It's a Maris.
A whaty?
A Maris.
What's that?
That thing. I just told. She's not very smart, huh? If you throw her, could I play fetch? Because, you're a tree lady. We could stick with it. Yep.
Oh dear God! I'm going to kneel down and utter a prayer to Hylor, thanking Hylor for the victory against the evil creature, and in that Hylor's blessings be upon all of us.
And I will continue. I will re-investigate the room.
The room is empty. You no longer see the visage of that woman. And Indy, yep, they're supposed to be locked in places where they're like giraffe rids.
Sure.
Although they are usually kept in rocks, and then you have to destroy the rock. But because I was in this one temple, and the guy would wave his hands, and he trapped Damaris in there to guard things for him, and they usually have a command word. I know lots of things from being a statue.
I'm sure you do.
Good
boy,
do.
Indiana.
I am the good boy. And I'm not babysitting anymore. And he turns and runs out just as Tammin is getting to stand up, bowls Tammin over and sits on him again. I am the good boy, I babysit. And as he wags his tail, just...
It's gonna have a concussion by the end of the day. What happened to my child?
Comes back home with a black eye.
Okay, pitbull tails, like when they wag their tails, it hurts.
Oh hell no! Nothing on a Great Dane tail. Great Dane tail at the base is this big around.
Well,
Hits you in the nuts.
This may sound strange,
Go
but
ahead,
a
Rogan.
Doberman, if you ever had a Doberman that has not had its tail docked, those things hurt. They're like
We're
whips.
still talking about dog tails hitting nuts. Okay.
Yeah.
It is 10 o'clock. We are going to wrap it up here. Everyone in the party will advance to level 5.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa! You got way too excited.
I get my thing.
I
Nice
know.
one, Melons.
And we will see what's going on
Uh-huh.
and see what on earth is going on. What was this Maris supposedly guarding? What is going to happen to the party? And will they finally leave on their canoe trip? Will they meet a new friend? We don't know yet. The DM hasn't made up her mind, so settle down. Everyone have a great night. Thanks to Syrinscape for the audio over break. Do we have any other announcements? Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Tomorrow will be Sand and Magic. Monday will be Dragon's Discourse. For those of you who are watching, please drop into Discord, Twitter, Facebook, something like that, and give an example of a crazy moment that has happened in one of your games, because I think it'll be a fun discussion as to different ways that those crazy situations can be resolved by different DM dispositions.
Also, with the Loxley pun war, I did not forget David. Honestly, I'm having a really tough time deciding because you both came up with some great ones. Krabby's tossed salad one kind of won it for me though. So I will give Krabby the 100, and David, you had some good ones, so I will give you 50. As soon as... Okay. I will get those added to you guys shortly. Have a great night, and we will see you guys tomorrow for some S&M, also known as Sand and Magic. Have a great night, guys.
Hostile.
Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.